All right, everyone, shut up.
Thank you.
No.
Welcome. We are Table Goth, a group of tabletop gaming enthusiasts and Gothic aficionados. We are here to play our 7th session of Fall of London. Getting close to the end. Things are getting exciting. Yes, we are. Maybe.
Side quest.
We have a lot in store for you.
Come on. Well, we have a lot in store for you, the audience. That might be disturbing. So take care of yourselves. If it is.
That sounds like a threat. Usually it's a warning. That one sounds like a threat.
No, this one should be alright, unless... Just be careful. We put out disturbing content. With that, speaking of disturbing content, let's do our introductions and get into this.
I'm Ms. Petty Dreadful. I'll be playing Alice Mockingdale. She's a Tremere.
I am playing Dr. Henry Banerjee. He is Arcana.
I'm Mandy Morose.
No, talk about. Sorry.
Just let it go, dude.
Nope, can't.
I'm Mandy Morose. I play Lady Catherine Montague, and she's a Ventru.
That's Bakesy, bro. He's
Take
playing
it away.
Tommy Smith. He's a Nosferatu.
Thank you.
I'm Bullet.
Yeah.
He's playing
Obviously.
London.
I'm the storyteller. And this is Fall of London.
Isn't it?
Bye.
One of these times, you know.
Alright, last time. We started in the tunnels of the London Underground after getting a thorough beating by the Nosferatu elder Richard the Word.
Yeah, but who got away with what they needed?
Lady Catherine drugged the torport Alice and Tommy through the tunnels until finding a shopping cart to push them in. Meanwhile, Henry fled in a terror frenzy, collected himself in the corpse room, his place of comfort. He used some clues to track down the serial killer in the tunnels, found him surrounded by ghosts and trying to uncover what he believed was a gate to heaven. Henry kept the ghosts at bay, had Watson dig up what turned out to be Mithras' ceremonial dagger. He stabbed the killer with it and ran off. And then Henry and Catherine ran into each other again on their way out of the underground. They met a hobo who was actually a disguised Antigen agent.
You didn't tell us that.
They fought the hunter, who shot Henry into torpor. After Henry injected the man with some anesthesia, Lady Catherine added another corpse to the cart and got everyone safely back to the Moon Palace after taking a little sip of one of them.
MVP.
A little sip?
A little sip.
MVP still.
Back at the Moon Palace. She revived Tommy, because his blood's weak. And they called Darius Shirazi to bring the other two out of torpor. They were also delivered a cat toy from Tommy's revenge-bent Malkavian friend. Tommy eventually revealed he had a kindred after him, which led Henry to reveal he had a gangrel after him. The coterie spent some time to heal before going after the Phrygian cap, the final item to revive Mithras. But while prepping for that, Henry and Alice learned that the items contain fragments of Mithras' soul, and that the dagger can assist in their oblivion and blood sorcery rituals. Alice also moved to rapidly growing cult into an abandoned manor. Tommy learned that Calico had been excommunicated from her clan and was no longer protected. Henry spoke with his new child and discovered that the gangrel Marcus was part of an anarch group now, which included Chun Hui, Gwenllian's grandchild. Catherine dug up some information on Algernon Magpie, fan favorite, and met with him for her second feeding. It was there she discovered that he did indeed have Angelique, and she was currently staked. And in 3 days, he has an event planned for her to take that final step into being bloodbound to him. So, ready to get into the British Museum to get the cap from the Bruja Helder Gwenllian Arwen. They have some options, about Regina Blake, the keeper of Elysium, who might know some things about the museum. Tommy has Adisa, who has information on Chun Hui, the grandchild, and owes him a favor. and perhaps some other resources they can use as we jump on in. So, spent the time recovering from your wounds in the underground. Everyone's fed. Everyone's feeling good. No one's wounded any longer. What would you like to do? So you get together to approach tackling this cat business.
Right. Seems like we should get some more info on the museum. Let's talk to this Regina Blake then.
Bit wise, yeah.
Yeah.
I also did. Right, never mind. Yep.
What was that?
What's that?
What's all I said?
It can wait. Let's go talk to Regina Blake.
Right, well, if we're going to be prissy like this, just tell us, get out.
I just need to make a stop at like a mausoleum or something.
A what?
A mausoleum. Or like a fucking graveyard.
Well, this is London, there's plenty of them.
Alright. I'll just, before we break into a museum, I need to stop by a mausoleum. Capiche?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
So where's the first step?
The Mausoleum Museum.
Yeah.
Are we going to Regina Blake first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she live in a mausoleum?
Do any of you know where Regina Blake is?
We just text her.
You almost got me there. We're just gonna go to her. I was like, probably not. That was good. That was good. You did it with enough confidence. Like, hang on, I might be missing a step.
I thought we did actually know that.
Oh, in a memory.
I don't think so.
Okay, it's not.
I was gonna sing the cats one.
Oh, then I jumped in.
Yeah, me too. Regina Blake.
So you guys head off.
Oh,
Realize halfway
no,
through.
Oh, she was with Scarlet. Or not Scarlet. I mean, Victoria Ash? Is that the one I saw her with?
In 1888.
Yeah.
But
Don't say it like
she's
that.
You can check there. She might still be there.
I'm just saying. That's why I know it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What?
What does
If
Regina
I might
Blake
pick
have to
that
do
up.
with the museum?
You want me to say
What does she
that?
have to do
I'll
with the
say that.
museum?
Regina. So she is the.
She's a keeper of
grandchild.
No, Regina Blake's the keeper of Elysium.
Oh, right.
Elysium used to be in the British
Oh.
Museum.
Right.
So Sarazi, I think, told you, or someone told you that.
Right.
She might know secrets about the building since she used to host Elysium there.
Do you want, I mean, I guess we really don't have any Nosferatu contacts, you know, I've already called in our favour. Unless we want to owe him a favour. Nosferatu's are information gatherers.
Oh, who?
What?
Oh, who a favor?
One of us.
Oh, who?
No, who?
Caleb.
Yeah.
He helped us
yeah.
last time.
And
What about your daughter? Your child? Whatever.
I
What you
don't
call
know.
it?
Her child. I can reach out to her. I know she mainly focuses in her neck of the woods, but it would not hurt.
Call up Najma.
Yep.
Hello.
Evening, love. I need to see a Regina Blake. Do you know of such woman?
Yes, she's the keeper of Elysium in the city. But Elysium, from what I've heard, has been suspended until further. Right. So I don't know where she would be.
Alright, well, if you hear anything, just keep me in mind.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
I appreciate it, thank you. Goodbye. You don't know.
Well, I would assume the Queen may know.
Are we opposed to talking to the Queen?
I don't feel like it sounds like a favor would be needed just to say if she knows where that person is, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it turned into.
True.
Yeah, last time we asked for help finding somebody, she asked us to kill him. So.
True.
not opposed. I'm just throwing it out there.
All true statements. Well, if not the Queen, then where do we start?
Right, walk right into that museum. Let's have a word with her.
No, it's Antigen all over, Tommy.
Yeah, what? I can get in.
No, you can't just fight your way into places like this, man.
Well, he ain't got fight. He can be invisible, but
And I was going to let him do that.
yeah, but you made a dumb point, so.
No, I was gonna fight.
Oh shit! All right, Tommy, you can't just fight your play into
Tommy.
places all the time.
Right,
Okay.
but I got other methods. Got her.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah. So what's your plan, Tommy?
Right, sneak in there. Have word. See if she's still legion to Mithras. If not, slip out and come back in a little bit more ready.
Last time we sent you on a mission to be quiet and stuff,
Nobody caught me.
but we also didn't catch what we were supposed to be catching. I'm not opposed to it. Fine.
Right, I'm not
What?
saying the plan was good last time.
What clan is Regina? Do we know?
Torador.
Yeah, she's a Toreador. She wants to be seen. Yeah.
No, not Regina. This,
Right now, nobody wants to
Gwynlian.
be seen.
That's true.
Gwynlian's a Bruja.
Oh, that's God.
Alright. Hope we're alright. Yeah?
whatever.
Alright.
A moody teenager. Whatever.
Oh, I thought you said meant the other.
I mean, does anyone be opposed to Tommy sneaking in?
No.
I mean, I just feel like this plan can go sideways 1,000 different ways.
Oh,
Right.
very fast, yes.
Yeah.
It's not like we haven't handled that before. The last one was pretty sideways and it went alright.
We were in a shopping cart. So, no.
Let's see. I mean, the more information we can get about the museum, the better, but if we don't want to call in a favor, then I think the option is we just gotta, learn the hard way.
Makes it sound terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
What?
Alright, well, I guess worst case scenario, we wake you up again.
Yeah, he
Right.
was weak.
Do you want me to read off all the options I told you at the beginning of the night, too?
Yeah, that'd be great,
If you wouldn't mind, that'd
actually.
be great, yeah.
I'm alright.
I think he's trying to tell us.
There was another
we should
thing.
not.
Right, but I'm not a coward.
There you
I
are.
don't listen to ethereal voices.
You really should.
Those milks are onto something.
Right, isn't that what got you in trouble last time?
No, God, I think it kill ethereal people.
I thought you gave it to me after you did your
Now,
ritual.
what you waiting for?
I
Stab
didn't do my ritual yet. Nice try.
No, that's fine. I just want it for when I do
Yeah,
mine.
for sure, for sure.
So what were
We
the
call it
options?
here.
Hold on one second.
So, you guys doing? Sending in Tommy?
What?
One man killing machine.
No, you know, job is not to kill, it's recon.
What?
Maybe we just do some reconnaissance, get a feel for it before we actually try to get in.
Last time you sent him to do that worked out.
Yeah, I think this will be good.
What?
Okay.
You did that at the end of the last session.
What have you got like a great big hound that could actually do some damage.
Yeah, that's not how it works, dear. It has to be a small animal, not a big hound.
So like a puppy that could grow into a hound?
You'd be
No,
dead.
because it'd be dead, it's just stop growing. I feel like I'm going insane here.
Your hair still grows when it's dead, so like... Would it just get like really furry?
No, it doesn't. Your head shrinks.
Wait, what?
I feel like I'm talking to you.
So what is
Obviously,
like the stronger small animal then?
Like a fox?
Yeah, let me walk around under with a fucking fox.
You just put it in your bag.
I saw some fucker with like a lizard on his shoulder, and that was fucking weird.
People walk their cats now.
That's weird
Cats
times.
are still around?
I feel like
What did you think was gonna happen to cats?
I saw.
so it's a witch,
Soothsayer
obviously.
told me
Okay,
a lot of
so
things.
are you all going with them, or are you just sending Tommy to the museum?
I mean, we don't need to be there.
Right,
I feel like
perhaps
this is
close
the
by
worst
though,
plan,
then they
and
get
we
picked
can't
up.
remember any other plans. So this is why we're
Right,
going with this one.
You don't.
Still.
Well, we could try to talk to his grandchild or her grandchild. We know where they are because they're with the anarch groups outside of the city, right?
Yeah, but one of those.
Yeah, he is a contact to.
Oh
speak
yeah,
with.
yeah.
Right, but
There's a gangrel there that wants to kill me.
right.
Presumably.
Yeah,
But
but
you don't have to
you
come
have a
with us.
contact.
I
He doesn't
don't.
have it. He doesn't
If
have
you guys
to
want to do a
know.
contact thing and I do my little ceremony thing, hey, meet up in a little bit.
You don't want to be reunited with your long lost
Puppy?
kin.
No. Don't, not
You
yet.
wouldn't have to bring back another corgi if you had it.
I'm sorry?
I said you wouldn't have to bring back another corgi if you.
Why not? Again, it only works on small animals. I feel like I'm
I'm
talking.
just saying you would have a large animal kindred. I don't know very much about them.
No, you don't, and it shows.
They're
So,
like
what
claws
I'm gonna
and things,
do.
right? They're like werewolves almost, but kindred.
Yeah, I wish he was a fucking werewolf. That'd be cool.
We hate werewolves.
Sorry, I was speaking out again. That
You're
was
still
just
speaking
now
in an
does her
accent.
accent. Sorry, I just once you lock into it.
So, yeah, if you want to do that, I'll go do my own thing.
Right, why complicate things though? Just go in there, have a chat.
Yeah, that could complicate it more, Tommy.
Right, but I won't get caught.
But if you do,
Right, then it'll be bad. But I won't.
Fucking hell, it.
Wouldn't it be best to go in with the most information we possibly can?
Right,
yeah,
but you're
like
not willing to call in
strategy.
no favours.
We just talked about going to see a grandchild.
I think that's a better source than
Even if they
Regina.
just give us leverage.
Right, and let's dilly-dally.
All right, yeah, let's dilly dally.
Alright, I'm going to go to my lab. Good luck.
He could just walk into the museum.
Don't.
A little I can.
I hate when you do this.
Nothing can see me.
I'm looking at you right now.
Not anymore.
Yes, I am. I have sensed the unseen.
Not anymore. Poke him in the ass.
I'm going to my lab. Don't mention my name. Good luck. See you. Just call me when you're done.
Right.
Chip chip.
Cheerio.
Yeah, bye.
Right, and try to call Hadisa.
Okay. Oh, she answers. Hello.
Hello.
That's what laundry.
Who is this?
Tommy.
Tommy. Oh, Tommy. Everything all right?
It's alright. Trying to get a hold of Gwendolyn's child.
Gwendolyn's. She's in a bad spot right now with Antigen. Shanhui, her grandchild.
Right.
Yeah, I've been working with her. We're trying to plan something to hit him back, like I talked about. You need to meet with her?
Right. Figured we could join up, figure out what's what.
If you've got a bone to pick with Antigen, I think I can arrange something with her.
Right.
When? Tonight?
Right. Tonight.
Alright, be on standby. I'll call you back in a bit.
Right.
What's Dr. Henry doing during this time?
I'll go back to my laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Is Winston there?
Yep.
Laboratory, sorry, my apologies.
Not accepted.
You're not here.
No, Doctor.
Oi, Winston. You still got those 2 corgis.
I do, sir. You know I do. I've been taking good care of them.
That's perfect.
One of them even likes me a bit, sir.
Then I'll take the other one. I need... Unless you want to go hunting for more. But,
No, I shouldn't do that, sir. Barely walked out last time, sir. Barely walked out last time. I mean, what are you looking for? I mean, I'll gladly give you the one that likes me.
No. You deserve that.
Doctor, that means a lot coming from you, I'll tell you.
Hey.
Not a lot of people think Winston deserves much, but
No, you deserve the world, Winston. I'm gonna give it to you.
Cork, you'll do just fine, sir. You've done enough for old Winston. I'll get him right now, sir. I'll get him right now. I'm not dilly-dallying anymore.
It's alright, Winston. Thank you so
I
much.
love one man.
And he, goes up and he comes back with the corgi.
Thank you very much. I'll take it from here.
Right? When we get the hammer,
No,
you
Don't.
always like to get in your hands dirty, so I'll let you at it then, sir. I'll let you at it.
I appreciate it. If you need anything, I'll be down in my laboratory.
Sure. Same ceremony. I've got the thing prepared for you like before, so you just work your magic, so I'll be right here.
You got all of it?
All of it, sir.
The urine?
Yes, sir.
The feces?
Yes, sir.
The semen?
Yes, sir.
Alright. And I will go...
Clearly labeled this time, sir. No
Thank
mistakes. No mistakes.
Thank you. Alright, I will awaken the homuncular servant. And I'll use the dagger.
Okay. So, do your resolve plus oblivion. You will need, since using a dagger, the difficulty is reduced by 1, so you only need 1 success.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, also, this brings to a good point. Do we ever roll out your humanity from? I know you got some stains.
Yeah, I got a stain.
Yeah, let's roll that real quick
Yeah.
before I start
What
getting
do I
more.
roll?
Just your remaining humanity.
Alright. I got 5.
And the stain.
What do you get at humanity?
Well, what's your humanity?
My humanity's at 5.
And then the
5.
stain.
How many stains do you get?
1.
So then you get 4, right?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, so
Roll.
1, 2, 3.
You just need 1 success.
1 success.
Alright, yeah. Nothing wrong here. You
Alright.
can erase your state.
What was the roll for?
Oblivion plus resolve.
Okay.
You're using the dagger?
Yes. 1 success.
Got it.
Do
Do your ceremony.
habit by dying.
Kill this corgi and bring it back as a little homunculus creature.
Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Perfect. Other than that, I don't know how much time I have with them, but I would like to visit graveyard or mausoleum.
Sure. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something like a nice, really nice looking gravesite, like a
Really well guarded.
not guarded.
Wait, are you getting a fetter right now?
Yeah, I'm looking for a feta.
At a wall.
Feta cheese.
Guys, please. Don't do this. You're fed to this.
You have
Right.
Auspex, right? Okay,
I
so yeah,
do.
you could do binding
Fucking
fetter.
done.
Forgot that's an animal game.
No, I don't have. I didn't take binding the fetter.
Oh, you don't have the binding fetter?
No. I asked you if I needed that for compel spirit. You said no, just for the shroud things. It just makes it
So
easier.
yeah, it makes it easy. So you'll have to get a fetter on your own.
That's why I wanted to go to a cemetery with a huge mausoleum with a rich family or something that maybe was buried with belongings or something like that.
You gonna dig one up?
Yeah, I'll bring this with me.
Okay.
Bring who?
Bring Roscoe.
Winston.
Roscoe can dig it up.
Yeah, Roscoe, yeah, he's a burrow.
Yeah, that's not good digging. Good diggers.
Cool. Any more facts?
You got any more corgi facts?
They're very cute.
So, take a handful of rolls. You're going to want to find one where you sense a spirit you could pull, and then you're going to try to, early in the evening, sneak into, because graveyard's closed at night, sneak into one, dig it up without anyone seeing, and then thing out.
Sure. Sounds easy.
Graveyards are closed at night. How do people do seances all the time?
In haunted houses.
Yeah.
You go where the veil's already thin.
Start by giving me on.
Or you're just a liar.
That doesn't happen.
Well, it depends. Are you trying to talk your way in, or are you sneaking in?
Sneaking in.
Dex stealth.
I don't got those talking things. Can I manipulate my way in?
So I'm saying if you want to speak to like a groundskeeper and get your way in, maybe. I don't know if you have any mental powers to really.
I don't, but I can just be charming.
Sure. So you'll, instead of sneaking in, you'll go up to the little gravekeeper building and try to find whoever's working the night shift. And yeah, you find an older gentleman. It's close, sir. You'll have to come back in the morning.
I'm so sorry. I just got off work. It's the anniversary of my parents' death. I wouldn't be long. I just want to go in, say my words, and I'll be no problem at all.
But we're closed.
I know, but like I said, I couldn't get here at the time because I was working. Because I was at work. So could I just say my words and...
Give me a manipulation subterfuge.
2 successes.
Alright, make it quick. I'll go with you. I'll be at a respectful distance, sir.
I so do appreciate that.
Come on.
Alright.
Waits for you to lead to your parents.
Yep. I'll look for a nice secluded area and when I find a time,
Give me a... You're going to have to get on with a... Dex Brawl. It's not going to willingly get needled.
Good finesse conversation.
fuck. We want to be like, I couldn't just like behind him.
He's following you.
Yeah, you're going to your parents' grave.
If you like started crying, went for a hug, comfort himself.
There you go, there you go.
Just really finesse it.
I mean, I said what I was going to say, so no going back. 1 success.
It's all you need. Because you turn around, the guy looks at you, and Winston grabs him from behind. And so you just stick.
Oh, 1, 2.
And he holds you, stop your struggling, and just holds him, and he eventually goes down.
Alright, he should be out for a little bit.
Alright, so I'll keep... You may start digging. I brought the digging shovel.
Let's start digging.
Alright.
Kind of shovel.
Don't get Winston started on shuffles.
Is there a particular grave you're looking for?
Like I said, like a rich looking, like if they were buried with their items. Like Martha and Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna bring
Okay.
Martha Wayne.
They're in Gotham.
Where do you think I'm headed next? Fall Gotham.
Yeah. He goes to town, start digging. It takes a little bit, but eventually he'll break into a coffin. You'll see the badly decomposed remains of what you assume to have been a wealthy gentleman. Give me an investigation, occult, or intelligence investigation.
Okay. Uh, 3 successes.
Looking at this man, I mean, his suit's more or less in threads now. He has some jewelry on him. Some looks quite nice. But he has it's a class ring. You can tell it's from, it's one of those old, like, sort of secret society fraternity types from some very wealthy university. that
The order.
it's pretty worn and well used, and you could tell it's, despite it not looking as nice as the others, this probably holds the most value.
All right. I guess at this point, I'll cast Sense the Unseen. I'll activate it. Sorry.
Think about the order.
That's in my D&D. And all I need to do is cast a handful of my own Vitae in the race direction. As I hold.
Okay, Joker. I'm gonna have nightmares about this now. Some sessions and everything.
So you'd use where the shroud thins, actually,
Okay,
to
sure.
see, and you would verify that this. Although, does that make you hungry?
Yeah, I was just about to. I don't think I would have.
Yeah, rouse check.
It is? Okay. I'm hungry.
You're hungry by 1 as you search for a tear in the veil to bring this fetter
And so you get an unconscious guy right next to you.
pull a spirit through, which you do find here in this graveyard, not too hard. And then you want to begin your ceremony.
Yes, please.
I'll compel spirit. So you have your fetter. It's going to cost some of your vitae.
Yep. Cut
and
that.
items.
And I'll have a shovel to the ring.
So make me your Oblivion Resolve.
Alright.
Resolve Composure. Resolve, not the Discomposure.
Can I cut my hand for Vitae with the dagger? So I can use the ceremony.
Yeah, it's part of the ceremony, so it'll be 1 less difficulty. So you'll need. Well, this is I'll say I'll give you an automatic success for it, because this is a contest, actually, not really a ceremony roll. And then do your roll.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Nice. So, this is 1, 3. So, you see coming through the veil, this old, mean-looking man. Just a sort of unnerving presence about him. You could tell this is a man who comes from privilege, from power, and enjoys exercising that over people. And he appears, his eyes rest on you, and he says this thin-lipped little snarl, this sort of satisfied smile, as he doesn't quite seem happy with the situation, but it seems like he's about to exert his will upon you.
He will try.
And then he glances and he sees his ring. He sees you with the shovel. And then your command over the Oblivion, over the Shadowlands, over the spirits, you're able to exert your will over him. As he turns for a moment, as if just to get away, but knows it's not worth it, because if he loses his fetter, he'll lose everything. And he comes back, and your poise, your confidence, your mastery of this has shown him that he's not going to get out of this without doing you some favors. And there's an understanding there as you return a sinister smile to him. You had 4 successes?
Yes.
So he's only got 1, so you win by 3. So there's 3 tasks you can ask him to do, or you can use 2 tasks to ask him to do a more difficult one. You don't have to ask him anything right now.
Right.
For now, he can simply follow.
I'll just write down 3. Just so I know. Alright, old chap. We'll clean this up for you. We'll be working real closely together. Winston, let's get cleaning this up.
I hope you know what you're doing, son.
I do.
I promise this won't end well for you, but let's be civil for now, right?
I've heard that all my life, and people who said that to me end up like that will point to the guy unconscious. So I think we're going to get quite along.
Well, thank you.
It's that, and you see him sorely fade. He's there, but on your view. Oh, so we're back at it.
We are. This is,
Dogs
it feels
and
good, doesn't
ghosts.
it?
It feels
Dogs
very
and ghosts.
good,
I mean,
so-
that was our main thing. So.
Well, I remember. Winston remembers.
Winston,
But we should get out of here.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Sorry, old chap.
All right. Meanwhile,
Can I take one slag of hunger from the unconscious guy?
yeah,
Okay.
that's your feeding type.
And I will lick him closed.
Okay.
Not a bad dream.
So,
You guys having fun?
you get a call from Elisa. She's agreed to meet with you. I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. Everything should be all right. I vouch for you. She owes me, and we're on quite good terms. I told her you're good people. I'll warn you, she has a terrible temper, so don't do anything to piss her off, or everything I've set up will go to ruin. And she's quite capable, so I'd like not to lose her as an ally. I think she can make a good one for you as well.
Right.
I think you'll be all right. She's obviously quite guarded of her situation with her grandsire. As you may or may not know, she's on the list, being hunted by the Camarilla potentially, so if she suspects you're after her for any reason other than to help her, it won't go well for you.
Fine.
So keep that in mind. But like I said, I've gotten you your meeting. I'll text you the address.
Much appreciated.
Should probably just go ahead and sneak in.
No, I think this is good.
No, let's dilly-dally.
So yeah, you get an address to a slaughterhouse a little bit outside the city. Pretty rundown area.
Right.
My side of town.
What do we do?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Are you waiting for the doctor, or are you three just going yourself?
We're going.
We're just going.
Yeah.
We don't want him there.
Yeah, he'll get killed.
Hey, it's not personal.
I mean, I know what I do is weird, but
Says with a dead dog and ghost and like a human servant following
bunch
him.
of jerks.
Winston's just patting your shoulder. It's all right, boy. It's all right.
All right. Assuming you get a ride from Jimmy.
Yep.
Dropped off from the neighborhood. You gonna do anything upon approach, or you're just heading in?
Yeah,
Set in.
straightforward,
Well
yeah.
expected.
I would kind of try to scan the area, knowing that Antigen or I know they probably looked around already. It should be secure, but since we're dealing with so many Antigen just now, I just
Right.
kind of scan the area.
You see plenty of checkpoints. The police presence is just constant in the city now. Not so much in this area, though. Seems clear from Antigen. Yeah, you'll make your way to sort of these filthy alleyways into a still operational, but definitely a very old building that's still running as a slaughterhouse. Probably has been for quite a long time. There's the overpowering scent of blood in the air. Not the most appetizing. It's animal blood. Though there's a hint. Maybe there's a little bit of kind blood mixed in there. But then it's quickly overpowered again by mostly bovine blood you smell. There's no one waiting outside or anything. So just go in the front door, and it's just a sort of oppressive, cramped, old wooden building with pretty narrow hallways that barely go more than 15 feet before they start branching out in different directions. It's almost like a labyrinth in here. No sign of anyone else, though.
Right.
The door just kind of shot him.
Here for a meeting.
A man steps out from around the corner down the hall a little bit. Follow.
Right.
And disappears again.
Let's go.
Okay.
Have a fun little chat.
Proceed onward. Each time you turn a corner, it can sort of barely see as he also seems to be turning the next corner. Have to sort of hurry your pace a bit to keep up with him before you end up in a room that not big by any means, but gives you a little bit of breathing room in these cramped tunnels, where you can see this short Korean woman. Looks like she's in her early 20s. Her hair is dyed dark black like an oil slick, and she's sporting many tattoos. Some clearly displaying loyalty to the Anarch movement. And Alice, you know something like this will require something quite special to make permanent on a kindred, assuming she didn't get Anarch tattoos as a mortal. You see her and 3 other people in there with her. And as you sort of enter the room, the person who led you there sort of steps behind you as soon as you enter. And you see another person come up from behind. So you sort of come in, and in a matter of seconds, you seem to be surrounded.
It's good needlework.
Thanks.
I'm Tommy.
Alice.
Lady Catherine.
All right. Look, my clan's known for being easily angered, and I assure you, I have a much worse temper than the rest of them. So let's cut straight to it then. What do you want with me?
Right. Don't want much with you. But your grandsire. She was, last we heard, loyal to somebody we owe a lot of debt to.
Friend of ours.
Friend of ours.
Who?
One they call Mithras.
Dead, innit?
Yeah.
Right. But she has something rather important to him. She trusted her. He trusted her. So,
Haven't heard her talk about him in quite a while.
Right. Well, we've been gone quite a while ourselves. We're looking for anybody who might still be willing to help us out.
So you're trying to recruit her?
Right. Well, we don't
Kinda.
proper know what her current status is, but we need to touch base. Like we said, you gave us something important.
And you want it?
Right.
Say she doesn't want to give it to you. What do you do?
Find another way to get it then. She has something that she wants done.
We've been doing favors.
I can work with that. This is said you're quite capable, yeah?
Right.
You look alright. She looks like a proper priss, but that could be useful, I suppose.
You're good at what she does.
Good for her. So, yeah, I can help. I can send word to her so she knows to expect you. Otherwise, she likely wouldn't be speaking to you or giving you the time of day. But if I tell her you're there to help, and she knows to expect you, then things, meeting with her might go smoothly.
Right.
Problem is, I don't know how to get to her. We had people control the museum. Antigen gave us a squeeze, so squeezed all them out right away. Now it's just her there.
Right, so she's kind of stranded in there then.
Yeah, we know someone who probably is the way in. I asked her for help, and she didn't want to give it to me. You know,
Who's that?
Regina.
Heard of her? Yeah. Trying to find her ourselves.
I know where she's at. Maybe she can help you actually get in. Just don't tell her I sent you. She won't like that. Is there something you could do tonight?
It's early enough. Yeah.
Good. I'll do this for you, but you have to give me a word you're going to get her out of there.
Right, then. Try our best.
I didn't say that. I was told you're capable, so I need you to get her out of there.
Well, consider it done, lass.
Good.
I got some animal blood on the way over.
Yeah, I just scooped up some.
Got some animal slap in the trench.
I smelled that kind blood. I found it.
Kind blood.
One more thing. If I'm going to help you, I need you to do something for me.
Right, getting your grandma out. Ain't nothing.
That's more for her. She probably wouldn't give you this hat if you didn't agree to that. Now this is for me, something personal. Odessa says you've got a problem with Antigen as well, right?
Yeah.
What? We're
We
talking
are
about our
shit.
business.
It's got it on authority that they attend a lot of the fancy events that go on in the museum at night. There's a squad in particular that's been going undercover there. Shouldn't be too hard to spot them though. They stick out. They don't blend in with that type like your friend here. So, I want you to kill one of them. Just one. I want the others to know that we're not just lying down taking it. Don't wipe the lot of them, but they need to know they start picking off some of ours, they start picking off some of theirs. Even in a place I feel quite safe. They think they're hunting us, they think they're hunting Gwendolyn. Let's show them they can't just go sniffing around wherever they want.
Alright, that I can give you my word then.
We've been doing that since we got here.
This
There
was
was-
right about you then.
Lady Catherine's track record with them is pretty good.
Alright then. So, talk to Regina, get a way in. Send a message with the agents, and then get Gwendolyn out. I'm sure you'll get your hat. And should you need them, some capable allies.
Sounds good.
You may have heard already, but the Antigen have been crawling around in the Nosferatu tunnels. They're pretty brave. I just want you to have that information. Should it serve you?
I know, they drug one of my friends right out of Zaven, so... No one's safe. That's why it's time to, instead of hiding doesn't work anymore, we need to start letting them know that it's not worth it to try to hunt us. That it's a dangerous game they're playing.
The most.
What?
I said the most.
She's pleased with herself. Read books, this one has.
Alright then. Regina. Alright. Go to the Trunk. It's a nightclub. She's still holding Elysium there, though she's not supposed to be. Your lot will get in just fine.
Right. On our way then.
Alright, off you go. Good
Night's
luck.
bleeding out.
Okay. Let's exit the slaughterhouse.
Meet up with Henry.
Yep, you could call it and grab Henry.
Enter the trunk.
I get in the trunk of the
Right, and
meet Roscoe, everybody.
Oi.
Everybody.
No, he's
Why
a
didn't you just name it the
freaky
same
little
name
bastard, isn't
as the
he?
last one?
Is a new one.
But it's dead.
looks the same as the old
You're
one.
dead, you got a different name
Other
from
one's
me, yeah?
chunky. This one's not
I'm dead.
chunky.
What?
So
No,
is he.
it had trunks missing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like it's just
I don't know if
animated.
that's what you call chunkier.
Like a live puppet. But not alive.
Alright,
Jimmy, put
that's
that back on.
exciting.
I don't know what that was, so.
Jimmy, I heard of someone called the Spice Girls.
So we're going to the trunk to get into the museum.
Right, we need to talk to Regina. What's our plan?
We aren't
before?
telling Regina that we met with, what's her face? Chin.
Easy enough.
Chun.
Chin Hey.
That's fine. Alright, so that's it, huh?
Right, what's our plan though? Talk to this lass.
Tell her we need
Well.
to get in. Ask her if she's got a way in.
Right, she's gonna ask us for something though.
We'll leave that.
They always do.
I think it's Lady Catherine's best to take the lead on this one.
Right, well, saying if we have any ideas now. Shout.
I ain't got nothing.
What if we pull up, fire twice in the air?
Yeah, Jimmy, keep
And
going.
say, we got your nephew!
Alright, let's do that one.
She'll have to come right out.
Does she have a nephew?
It's important she had a nephew, otherwise I think
Doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
only delivery. 2 shots.
Alright.
How do I get roasted for a character I'm not even playing every
We have to
episode?
mention it every
Because it was the
session.
best
It was the
thing
best
that ever
entrance
happened.
ever.
As soon as it stops making me happy, I'll stop talking about it.
You're never going to stop talking about it.
It makes me so happy.
Right, we winged it. Sounds good.
It's the
I
anti-Evel
don't-
showing up with a gun.
I don't know what you really have on her. And what's her
Regina.
motivation?
Right, perhaps.
I mean,
if we,
Jesus.
You think you can threaten her?
Do we want to?
She ain't supposed to be holding Elysium. We know Queen Anne.
Right.
I mean, if you want to take a...
Do we
less-
need more enemies now? Everyone who finds out there what Heralds was not.
Right, fuck it now. Soon Mithras will be back. No enemies will be beneath our boot.
But Mithras needs to be back with the items we gather. We can't just make enemies and not gather the last
It would-
item, so.
It
Right,
would-
we're making this enemy to get the last item.
Oh,
Are you dense?
You know what? Usually not, but for you, god damn it. I'll fucking brick
What is happening?
We're not flirting.
You're flirting.
Please didn't pick me
I'm
up.
blushing. I blush.
Anyway, it would do her good though if some antigen were taken out, right? And make holding Elysium safer.
Easier, yeah. That's better than my thing, which was a threat. Yours is like a olive branch.
So if letting her know that by
Still like
getting
yours.
Hey, you're good.
getting
I like
into
yours.
the museum, we would be retaliating. Not on her. It wouldn't come back to her.
Oh, yeah. Because she holds Elysium. That's an insult to her. Yeah.
And Kindred are scared to participate. There's no longer a community.
Do we remember seeing Regina at the, what do you call it, the Shard?
I think she does.
She's already 18.
Yeah. So you didn't know it was her then,
Mm-hmm.
but once she introduced her there, you're like,
knew
I saw
that
her
was,
at
yeah,
the Shard.
but she wasn't a Kindred at that point in time. In
Correct.
the memory.
In the memory.
In
yes.
1888.
But we saw her at the Shard when?
Yes. The
At the
first
Shard?
time we were there?
But, like, did she know that, like, we got summoned to see Queen Anne? Was that-
You never interacted with her, you don't know.
Okay. So she might know.
I'm just
but-
saying, like, it'd be more impactful if, like, she was maybe, like, the person in the room that got shooed away. I don't remember who that was. I think it was
No,
the
yeah,
Captain and somebody else.
It was Captain and Margaret.
Margaret was the other one, okay. I remember there's a couple of people in there, but I wasn't sure if it was her.
You saw her. She's in the inner circle, being Keeper of Elysium, but didn't interact.
Alright.
Yeah, say whatever you need to say to get us
Right, and
not
if
in the museum.
you want me to punch a hole through her head, just
That
give me a
sounds
wink.
like a good idea for a film.
I'll let you know.
I'll use the dagger.
Ben Stiller.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I tried to find her.
Alright, you got your plan?
Yeah,
Alright.
That's good.
wing it.
No, I thought we had a good
I
angle.
mean, depending on if that angle sells. It's
You'll
going to be
sell
kind
it.
of
Look
on the
at
fly.
you with your
So-
pretty dress and your hair all nice.
These guitars sound weird. What's going on?
The trunk is kind of a grungy, very high energy club. It's sort of a trendy, but sort of like hipster trendy neighborhood, not necessarily like high end trendy.
You can't eat anything here, sorry.
I got jalapeno poppers in the bag. They're pretty good.
I mean, don't talk about that.
You can see there's a pretty long line to even get in, and you can tell that this is sort of a place where larger than life individuals go. You guys would have to make an effort to stand out here. All sorts of extravagant costumes. It seems to be a very celebratory queer nightclub. You can see graffiti along the building and some stickers on sort of street signs that you know identify this as a kindred-friendly place.
Shopping montage?
There's a couple of imposing bouncers at the door, and a very clear sign that says no pictures. How would you like to proceed?
Tell me all the bouncers, Kindred.
Just tell me.
They're ghouls.
Alright.
Nice.
Right, no.
Just tell me when on the day.
You put that down. Alright. She can get into a place like this. Okay.
It's not exactly my aesthetic, so it might be a little bit harder than that. But let's see what we can do. Does there seem to be any entrance but the one for like people, unimportant people?
You can head around back. There's like a service store. It doesn't have any way to open from the outside. It's one that's just like there's no handles or anything, but it's another door.
Right, so we might be on the special guest list according to our status. Perhaps we should draw that out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a go. I'm going to activate all
Okay.
and walk up to the front of the line.
Okay. You pass a lot of people who've been waiting a long time. But this presence about you, this all about you, it goes from sort of sneers and angry looks to like, oh, okay. The fact that I'm assuming, well, how are you dressed?
It's been a while since we talked about an outfit.
One session.
Yeah, one.
Okay, but a lot of things happened. Last time it happened, I was forced to lick a bike clothes. So
You should
I
always know what
would've
you're wearing.
burned that set of clothes.
That's
Destroy it. I mean, what did we do before? Okay, so I would have been wearing a black jumpsuit with wide leg and like a halter tie, and like gold, like snaps in the front. Not edgy,
So just nice,
But-
but definitely,
it's a low back,
uh,
not anything a bat. It's like a tie around the top.
Tie. That's how I would explain it.
yeah, definitely not in a way that would, I mean, nothing really blends in here,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not making a statement
Yeah.
like everyone else. That's almost a statement in itself.
Shit.
Dang.
As you just approach, and there's a few looks, a few sort of murmurs, but no one's quite spoken out against you, as you would imagine anyone else who just tried to go would get a lot of things said to them. And the bouncers just look up at you.
Hello, Diaz. I believe I'm supposed to have a meeting here tonight.
With
Well, and I like lean in a little bit to like say my name. My name is Lady Catherine, and I was hoping to see Miss Blake.
she's not expecting anyone tonight.
No, she's not, but I believe she'll be delighted to see us.
All of you. Just looking at Tommy.
We have important business.
You could give me a charisma persuasion.
Charisma.
Get this ready.
That's a lot.
Oh my
Two,
god.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, his brain is dead.
She had anything for all?
I added 1 dice. Yeah. 5 successes.
I'm assuming you're all part of Regina's club.
Oh, quite.
Come on in. Step
you.
aside. And some of the others are just, again, you're getting looks now, people looking like who the fuck just got let in. And yeah, you're brought into where it's immediately stairs going down. And you come into a very large, crowded space full of people. There's a lot of like beaded curtains though that sort of section it off in different smaller areas. Dominating the large area though is the stage, where you can see a drag competition is currently underway. Next to the stage is sort of a raised area where you see Regina Blake, a beautiful blonde toreador, sitting on a low sofa, just amusingly watching the show. There's a young man who's resting his head in her lap. You could still see the puncture marks on his neck, though. She doesn't seem to be doing a lot to hide this fact. And there's an older woman, just sort of has her head on Regina's shoulder. And they're sort of making remarks to one another about the show while enjoying the entertainment. You see behind her a muscular, dark-skinned woman standing there, immediately eyeing you guys as you walk in. What would you like to do?
Let's take a seat for the moment.
Follow your lead.
Try to grab a seat, kind of catty corner from them, not directly across from them.
There's not really any. She's kind of has the only seat. Otherwise, it's just like an open, like a dance floor, really area. Everyone's sort of crowded around. The stage is elevated enough for the drag show that even standing, you could still see where they are. And it's sort of a power position she's in. She's got the one seat in the house. Tommy, you can sense many kindred here.
Well,
and if you know what to look for, which you do, it doesn't take long to even glancing around. You can see the people who have found no one's openly feeding, but you can tell those are some in that sort of dazed, euphoric state, having already been fed from, or some people getting lured into it.
bro.
It's like watching a play sometimes, isn't it? All the little tricks and acting that goes on.
Right, this place reminds me more of a slaughterhouse than the last place we were at.
I like that analogy.
Smells a little bit better though. Okay,
Debatable.
what? Should we wait until the show's over? Or do we
Pretty
want to-
early in the evening. You would assume you have quite a while.
Let's enjoy the night, just for now.
Right, more dilly-dally and then...
Tommy, come on.
Tommy.
You've done your things. Let's do her thing.
He wants to dance
What
with
am
you,
I
Tommy.
think of? We don't.
It's
Good
not.
You
him.
tried to fight Richard de Warlord.
Right, after we dilly-dallied with them,
Tommy.
and you guys failed to dilly-dally at all.
him to dance, right?
No. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, really pathetic.
Well then, it's not like we have a time in the matter.
It's a good old call.
Okay?
What? You don't go to the
So-
bathroom. Get back here.
You're just waiting?
Yeah, just for a few minutes. I'm not gonna walk right up to her
Do like a
in the
s-
middle
wait
of
like a
it. Yeah.
song.
Sure. Yeah, you're waiting. The whole time, that woman standing behind her is not taking her eyes off of your group. Regina herself has not seemed to notice you, though.
Is she holding anything?
No, she's just standing behind the couch. You can't really see much of her. You just see her shoulders and up. Just
No, doesn't look familiar though.
no. She's kindred.
Yeah.
Her and Regina are the only kindreds up there. The other two are mortals being fed from.
I mean, if we're gonna do this tonight, like you guys promised that her grandchild, then let's just not, in Tommy's words, dilly-dally. Let's go do it.
Because you
Right.
let me dance with you.
Shut
Force the
up,
finesse. Let's go.
Alice.
Okay. You give it a few moments, watch the show for a little bit, and then begin your approach. As soon as you start walking, she bends over and says something in Regina's ear, whose eyes just flit to all of you. You can see recognition.
Good or
And,
bad? Can I do an insight?
Yeah, give me a wits insight.
I would love that.
I also,
Yeah.
since I have to go talk to her.
I would like wits insight. How much that lady wants to punch me in the back, so I know how much to punch her back.
3.
Oh,
One and a beast.
Oh no,
Yikes.
I didn't roll it.
Yeah, bestial failure?
One and a beast. For an
one's
insight.
good. One's good, right?
Is one okay?
One's fine.
Do you want willpower?
Okay,
You could willpower it just to try.
You want to start frenzy in a fuck?
It's Elysium.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Wait, did we start the night
You're fresh.
tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
Willpower's all but.
Was that all from the last session?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole interaction with Algernon.
Yeah.
What is his?
Algernon
Algernon.
Algernon.
Flowers for him.
Magpie.
Are you doing anything?
Oh fuck!
No, you don't have to.
You can though.
It's fine. It'll be more fun. It'll be more fun.
No, I'm the one that has to
Just let it
fucking
roll.
talk to
Just let it
her.
roll.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
So wait.
You might not even roll good.
Yeah, just don't waste the willpower. We have so much to do tonight.
Don't do this to me.
What's it gonna be?
What do you want to do?
Tick-tock.
The TikTok
On
man.
the clock.
Go with
to
your
remember
initial
what things
instinct
I-
not to.
I appreciate
Well,
it.
I just feel like it's
Don't let him
For
pressure
Christ's
you.
sake, just do
Your
it.
initial instinct was not to do it.
Stupid.
Tick-tock.
2
So
successes.
That still failed.
So fail. Idiot.
Rachel, you idiot. Way to go, Rachel. You seen that video? Dan says that to me all the time.
I'm not.
Shut you.
It's okay.
I'm still holding up my 3 in case you forgot what I rolled.
Do the gentleman 3, please. I didn't mean to confuse you there. You have to
use
switch
that.
hands.
I had
So
two.
you do have to switch
I
hands
had-
for to a proper German 3.
I had 2 Celsius, so I did have to switch hands actually.
Alright, that tracks.
Okay. So you approach your beast. You immediately feel a little nervous here. Usually this approach, this stroll, like you did across the line, is you're in control. You immediately feel that you are not in control. You feel you're in someone else's territory, and you suddenly get a bit nervous about it. You keep it together, but you're not quite feeling your at your best. Your awe effect sort of drops. You're not sure you can maybe summon it again right now, even if you wanted to.
Okay.
So you'll be relying on your own charm, not
Which
the
is pretty
beast's
good.
supernatural.
Still really
She's
good.
charming, look at her.
But yeah, you approach people.
Do I get any?
Couple people. Oh yeah, on your actual insight roll.
On my 3.
She's intrigued but cautious.
Okay.
Well, she's about
She's
to be
intrigued, but cautious.
How you know that?
I just feel it.
Yeah.
She
You
recognizes
stop.
it, though.
A couple larger people sort of get in your way a little bit. She just says, it's fine. And they immediately step aside, and you approach right up to the sort of dais she's at, sitting on the couch, where she remains seated. Heralds, I was wondering when I'd see you. We'll take our first break. Jump back into this and see what other bestial stuff we can do. Bye. We are back in the trunk, which is a place.
It's a club.
No.
What?
Wait, we're in a trunk?
Flashback time. You've approached. Regina has addressed you as the Heralds. What would you like to do?
What's Lady Catherine? She makes that face, I look away.
Yep, I like that go.
Never mind.
Maybe.
Was that a wink?
No, Maya just got stuck. I bow my head to her.
She nods.
She seem okay if we approach further?
I mean, you're kind of as close as
Okay,
you can
okay,
get.
cool,
Like I
cool.
said, you're at the bottom of this elevated thing. Tommy starts
Sit on
crawling
that.
towards her. Yeah, you're not too far.
Well, if you've been expecting us, might we have a chance to chat?
What about?
We would like to do some sightseeing at our local museum.
Yes, that should be a private conversation then. Follow me. And the woman behind her and the older woman get up, and she lifts her hands, they both take a hand, and she stands up, straightens out her dress, and she begins walking towards sort of the back of the room. Gestures for you to follow.
Follow?
She takes you into an office, which at a glance seems kind of a sterile, professional area compared to the rest of it. But upon closer inspection, you can see a lot of the art and decoration here is very overtly sexual in nature. But not in a way to necessarily shock as it is to sort of normalize, if that makes sense. She sits behind her desk with pretty minimalist, just a little laptop, which she doesn't even open, and just gets comfortable. There's only 2 chairs, but she gestures to them for if any of you want to sit.
I sit.
I'll sit.
You two are available to help me out of the chair afterwards.
Nice.
That works out well.
Nice.
Yeah, Winston rips you out of the
You
chair,
want to
sets
tell me
up.
how to get out of the
Thank
chair?
you, Winston.
So, you're looking for Gwenllian, I assume?
We are.
May I ask what for?
Well, we are in pursuit of some artifacts that Mithras left behind for us to gather after his demise.
Artifacts. Fully in the whole Mithras thing, then. Right. Bit out of fashion, but sure. You get this artifact, and then what?
We see where that takes us. As far as finding out if Mithras is ever to be found again, or if we must carry on. But after decades of sleep waiting for this moment, we have to follow it through.
How obedient. So, what do you need from me?
We are hoping you might be able to help us figure out a way inside. With all the antigen circling everywhere in the city now, it would make it very difficult. Plus, I have plans for an antigen or 2.
Yes, I can arrange this. Well, Trenton can arrange this. You see someone quite near and dear to me is part of his job was to get people in and out who might not be able to walk through the front door. She glances to Tommy. He can do this for you. The problem is, he's locked up at the moment. So, if you were to let my little bird out of his cage, I'm sure he'll immediately whisk you into the museum. Should that be your desire?
Tell us more.
Good. He's currently at the Bishopsgate police station. We've tried going through the proper channels. I've sent people with his bail money and whatnot, but they keep... errors in the process keep popping up. If I know my Trenton, I'm sure he's made them quite angry and they're doing this to keep him there longer than necessary. And I'm sick of waiting, and I'm sure he misses me quite a lot. So, get him out, and he'll get you to the museum. She'll reach and she'll undo a locket she was wearing and hand it to you. He'll know this means you're there on my behalf, and he'll do whatever you ask him to do. Otherwise, he could be quite naughty, that Trenton. but to listen. And he's good at what he does. He'll get you into the museum. We spoke of Antigen. There's an event there tonight, Friends of the Museum. They have a new exhibit, Victorian jewelry, actually. Something you might be interested in. If you are being snuck in, you might want to bring a change of formal wear if you wish to blend once you get inside.
Right.
Nothing like a change of outfit for the occasion.
Do you believe Antigen suspects Trenton?
No, Trenton is not one of us.
Why do they have him?
The Bishopgate's police station.
Mm-hmm.
You said where? Why?
Why?
Oh, narcotics, public intoxication, silly stuff. That's why he's not in prison. He's simply in one of the cells at the local spot. Should be an easy bail, but like I said, I think he pissed them off, so they're taking their time. Get him out, and we'll be even. And of course, I'd hope you won't mention my little event to the Queen, should she ask. Or it is, you're quite close with her.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting?
It's just amazing how well even kindred connect after many, many years. I have a personal question. Do you mind if I ask you one more?
I love personal questions.
Do you know of Algernon Magpie?
Why does that name give me a taste of bile?
Crawling skin, yes.
Jog my memory, will you?
He's the rat bastard fiancé that I dismissed and is now a kindred.
Which clan?
Was he Ventru as well? Ventru.
Seems vaguely familiar. Sure, he's one of the Ventru leeches. Likely a nobody if I don't really know who he is. Yes, yeah, he's certainly a rider of coattails, if I'm remembering right.
Always has been.
What of him?
I just trying to gather intel. Word has it he has been blood bonding a friend of mine from a very long time ago.
Really? Who?
Do you remember my former companion? My companion from many years ago?
Quite strong-willed woman. Angelique, was it?
Yes.
Lady Darkwood.
Yes.
Dramatic name. Yes, I remember her. Quite fond of her, actually. That's where... Hasn't been around for a while, though.
Yes, well, Mr. Magpie is responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at her this entire
Yeah, that's why I'm not looking at any of you. But I'm desperate, so that's the only reason you guys are hearing this.
show.
That's most unfortunate. Should the official channels still be in place, I'd say you'd have quite a strong and valid complaint to make to the Queen to deal with this. Otherwise, I'm not sure if there's anything I personally can do to help you besides offer my condolences.
Well, mostly I have a personal vendetta and would like to exact my own revenge, but I understand there are proper channels to go through in order
There
to,
are
to
still
do
rules.
that.
You'll probably still need permission if you wish to do anything like that. Though, it would be interesting for you to know if he's blood-bound, another kindred. That might have been something he got permission to do. A little sniveling rat like him likely couldn't pull something like that off on his own. Be wary of the coattails he's riding. Might not like what's on the other end of them.
As I said, so he's amazing how relationships rekindle.
Indeed.
Thank you for your help. It's more than I could have wished for. I appreciate it deeply.
Of course. See that my Trenton's all right, and I'm sure he'll help you immediately. I hope to see him by the end of the night.
Yes. Right. I have a friend to pick up from the jail and a dress to pick out. We have a busy night ahead of us. Let us go.
Thank you, Miss Blake. Alright, take our leave.
Yeah, what's
Sounds
that
strong.
about?
They hold something, you know?
Like a gabbing bird that you used to knock from a tree. Where's your kindred friend? We've only had a little bit about him.
Which one?
You have more than one.
You,
Do you?
you gotta make friends with this business, man.
I hadn't
Seems
made
like you have
any.
the opposite effect in your business.
I mean, they never talk back to me.
Just hold them up in dungeon for years. All right. Whereabout is the jail that we're heading to?
Bishop Street's not too far.
Is there any place fancy to shop from around there? Ooh, would I have gotten anything from Astrid?
Like clothes?
Astrid, yeah. Would I have gotten any clothes from her at any point? I know she gave me the card, but I can't remember if I got anything from her.
I would assume you've been building your wardrobe during this time. That'd be easy enough to do. Sure.
Okay.
I think I would have asked, realizing people change their clothes every day now. That I would have.
Strange.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like, you don't need to do that. But I would have asked.
At least 4 times a day, honestly.
Just like,
Tea.
I would have asked if
breakfast. lunch,
Lady Catherine could
dinner.
pick some stuff up for me if she'd be willing to do it.
She isn't.
Yes, I would have accommodated.
What kind of clothes are you picking?
Well, for you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think overalls or
A straw hat.
Hey there, Alice. We got
from
The first thing I picked
village,
out was
right?
a leather jacket.
A village?
So
A frock.
like a bonnet, maybe.
A witch's hat.
just like a pointy hat.
Or potato sack.
Potato sack. Who all will be attending this gala?
I assume all of us.
I'll go. Is there a problem with that?
Well, crawling with Antigen.
Yeah.
The more of us, the more likely to be caught. I don't know how we're going to go about it either way, but
Yeah, well, not all. I guess yeah. So we'll all be in the museum, but we don't all have to go to the party. Yeah, Tommy and I can sneak around. You two kind of fancy, so you probably blend in, but we could.
I mean,
Not fancy,
honestly,
I'm just clean.
That's
It's-
fancy that.
That's fancy, yeah.
well, honestly, if one of us could lure them away,
So that's you,
What do I
right?
think about it?
That's you, like, right? You could lure people.
well, it doesn't matter. Well, if one of us can lure them away, Tommy can be invisible.
Bro,
Yeah.
that was the original plan. But we're fucking about or not.
You keep throwing attitudes, we're going to start throwing punches.
Okay, let's
Won't
just
be
go
too
and pick him up from the jail
Is this
and
fun?
move on, so I
Is
don't
this
have to
fun?
hear anything else about
Yeah, fun.
timeliness this one night.
I think we're alright. I think we're making good trick. We got
Bro,
a
just
party
running
as well.
around, getting
gonna-
new favors.
Tommy, do you own a watch? Why are you obsessed with time tonight? Let's carry on.
Bro,
Yeah, the more you're complaining about it, the less we're moving.
it's just weird. Running around picking up all these tasks to do. Like little task
Patience.
rabbits, and we could just get to the point.
He's starting to make sense, everybody.
Yeah, you are flirting
I'm
then.
worried.
Talk to one person,
Okay,
tell us to do
so
something
we
for
picked
them.
up our clothes and
Talk
we're
to
on
that
our way
person's
to
person,
the
tell them to
jail.
do something
Okay.
for
Let
them.
me get me
If
something
Trenton
nice.
asks us to do something for him, you can kill him, alright?
I hold you to it.
Okay, no. I'm just gonna
Say
cut that
in
one off.
character, otherwise
right
it doesn't
now.
count.
No, I'm saying this out of character. That's how serious I am. Cutting that one out right now.
Bro,
Delete
let's see
that
the
from the
draw.
film.
Ethereal voice.
Yay in this conversation unless you got
Can
a
you
British
get me-
accent.
It doesn't have to be fancy,
so
but just
much.
a nice, neat, orderly, like, just suit.
I want a pretty dress.
I don't need pretty. I just need something manageable.
I never had a pretty dress.
Cut clean.
All right. You get your clothes. Are you putting them on, or are you just bringing them with you for now?
Let's wait.
Okay. You head to the police station.
I just want to make a point of saying that the dress I picked would not show any wrinkles, but I did fold it up very nicely and have it on my lap because those details
She
don't
doesn't
matter in
buckle
this
it.
situation. In
I
case
get
you
a
make me roll for it
whole
later.
outfit chart.
Yep.
Wrinkles was one of
You've
the
asked me what I'm
potential.
wearing multiple times, so I just want to make sure.
Okay. Yeah. You arrive at the police station. It seems to get some decent foot traffic. There's some drunks already in the waiting area being brought in. Some people getting booked. Some
I grabbed a blazer
overworked looking mets about. Sure.
to look important. Officially important.
Yeah, you approach sort of the front desk. It's a very old man who probably is on desk duty for a reason now,
I activate.
in uniform.
Are we outside? I would stay outside the police station.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Well, same.
Okay. Activate off and walk in. You get quite a few colorful comments from some of the local drunks who've been around it in as you
Is he?
walk through. Hey, and such.
Okay.
Etc.
Magpie is just a fluke then, that's for sure.
And yeah, you make your way up, and the old man looks at you. Yes.
Lovely night, sir. I'm here to inquire about my client, Trenton, whatever his last name was.
Trenton who?
What's his last name? I didn't get it.
She didn't give you one.
Rivers?
I'm just trying to fuck you over.
She can get us one. Yeah.
I have a prisoner to exchange with you.
Fine, give him Roscoe.
Oh, you.
Trenton who?
Oh, I believe you know the one. Causes a lot of ruckus. Probably pissed you off a couple times. He's
You
been
know
stuck
his
in this...
lawyer,
Yes.
but don't know his name.
Well, he hasn't paid me yet. It's not my business to know his last name until he pays me. You understand?
That's how it works.
It is now. But I also don't think it works keeping someone in their system for so long just because they are frightfully annoying. So let me take him off your hands and I'll get my pay.
Give me a manipulation subterfuge.
Activated. Ah,
Yeah, you can use your all.
and I'll use all my dice this time instead of fucking it up. Manipulation.
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge. Ooh, righty.
Riddle. It's like, hey, this Trent guy got
The
out.
entire
Okay.
city of Lenny has CCTV. Like, we're already screwed.
The CCTV.
The little cameras. they have on. It's
Cool
like a-
cameras, TV.
Never
It's,
been.
a, it's yeah, cool cameras TV. It's a TV show. It's a prank show.
You're a cool games TV.
How is that so
That good?
terrible?
That's still pretty okay.
That's fine.
You could do a will if you're really nervous.
No.
I just don't want you guys to talk to me after I roll, because always the
Sorry.
wrong thing said by at
We
least
didn't know
one
it's that easy to
person.
manipulate you. We didn't
Roll.
know.
If you just roll good, no one has to say anything.
We're rolling our manipulation persuasion every time.
What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna stick with that because I know the night ahead of me is gonna be rough.
Stick with
3
the failure?
successes.
Okay.
3.
I heard.
Oh, okay.
They opened fire.
He's being cheeky. He's being cheeky.
Oh, bully.
Yeah, we've had some problems with the system, but yeah, Smith, and another guy comes. They could Trenton cell, his lawyer, and yeah, right this way, Mum. I know.
Thank you.
A much younger officer will take you towards the back to one of the cells where you see just this very handsome, but very shithead-looking individual. Just bored, lying in the bed. Glances over as the officer peeks through. Your lawyer's here to see you. He goes, I didn't...
You haven't paid me yet. 'Tis true. Thank you so much, Officer Smith, was it?
Yes, Mom.
Delighted. Thank you.
Come, we'll take you to one of the rooms you can meet with him. I'll open up and Trenton will get up.
I have the necklace on.
Yeah, he'll look at you and look at that, and they'll lead you to sort of a little private room where attorneys can meet with their clients. And Smith, I'll be right outside if you need anything. If it gives you any trouble, which you shouldn't, you let me know, Mom.
Thank you, dear.
All right. Leave you in the room. So she sent you to spring me. All right, what's the plan?
We're gonna talk our way out of it.
Boy.
Boring. Well, I'm going to talk our way out of it because I feel like maybe you've done quite a lot of talking since you've been here. But it's okay.
I have.
It's alright.
You know what? I don't feel like arguing. I want to get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I need to see
Sounds
Regina. So let's get out of here and go to her.
Well, first, before we go to her, can you help us get into the museum?
Looks at the necklace again. Yeah, that seems fair.
Thank you, Dad.
Go for a stroll and then I go to see her.
Of course.
All right.
Ready?
Sure.
I go, open the door to talk to Officer Smith.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we've settled our bill now, so I'm ready to take on his case. What paperwork do I need to fill out to get him out of here? He's been
There's
quite
actually
long
been
now.
some issues with this paperwork, Mom. We could try to get him sorted. It might take a while.
Dear, he's been in here. How many days have you been in here now?
Too fucking long. I mean, he did some bad things, man. Drugs and booze. And he hit a cop.
Well,
Twice.
how about we make sure, and we, as in me, because it's also part of my fee, it's increasing rapidly, he'll be entering a rehab program for
what?
delinquent youth, and working on bettering himself for the sake of London. Can't have our next generation.
Look, it doesn't get much better than this. There's no better in this.
You keep
Just-
talking, your bill keeps rising. As you see,
We'll get the paperwork sorted. Sure. And we'll go and start talking to some people who are sort of talking back and then sort of look over. And you see Smith just sort of come back. Yeah, they said there's issues, so I'll see what I can do, though.
Does he have to stay locked up in here while you get those paperwork?
Until everything's processed properly, and Officer Richards over there keeps running into problems, he says. And you just see a guy sort of sitting with some of the paperwork at another desk, just sort of looking. Yeah, lots of problems. And you can see he's still got a pretty big bruise on his face.
Would it help at all if I spoke to him?
To Rogers?
Mm-hmm. I can be pretty convincing. I'm sure there are lots of problems, but...
Sure, yeah, whatever you've got to do, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and talk to Rogers.
And you go over and glances up at you.
Is he sitting at a desk? Is there like another desk? or a
Mom, if
chair?
you've been brought in for prostitution, you'll have to wait out with the rest of them. I'm sorry.
Oh.
We'll get to your booking in just a moment. Get you out and working in no time, I'm sure.
He just uses this game.
Take a drink of the monster. Get at it.
Pressing my buttons.
Your proficiency in
Coppers
daggers.
in London never cease to bring out the charm when it's most needed. And I really appreciate that. I can't imagine a higher calling, honestly. But, and I want to use entrancement.
He's immortal. He wasn't expecting you to use a power on him, so it works. And yeah, he goes from sort of this smug demeanor to sort of just in awe of you. Look, I shouldn't have said that. I don't like him. He hit me, but if you're vouching for him, and no, his stuff's right here. It just needs a signature, and he signs off. And here you are. I don't know why I say these things. I go through the stuff, and I take it out on people that don't deserve it. I should get back in therapy.
We all do that, and we probably all should be there, including this one over here. So now I'm going to take him out
He's no
of here.
good, but you've got a big heart to take him under your wing and help him out.
We're going to fix him up.
You can always use a page from your book. I'm sorry. Again, I don't... Stupid, what did I... That was rude.
Think no more of it.
All right. Yeah, but you're free to go. I'm going to go speak with my supervisor. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to tell him myself.
Good.
You know, you don't need to do that. You've had a long night.
It has been a long night.
You work on self-forgiveness? That's a classifier. Self-care.
Forgiveness.
Not since the storm.
We're going to leave now because he obviously needs rehab immediately, and
You're an angel, you are.
thank you. I'll carry that with me.
Okay.
All right, Clinton.
You go. A couple of the officers just looking at this very weird exchange, not sure what happened. And yeah, you just quickly sort of, before more questions get asked, make your leave.
My God, she did it.
Yeah, he gets out. He stretches and he just gets down and lays on the ground. Freedom! Oh, God. Cooped up in there for God knows how long. That was good. Gina sent a interesting one. All right. You need in the museum
Yes,
right now?
Right now.
All right. Follow me, love.
Are we getting in a taxi or no?
I kind of want to walk. I've been cramped for a while. I'm going to get cramped in the cab. It's not too far.
We won't call attention to ourselves or anything if I'm carrying a dress. You know what? Let's just walk.
Yeah, come on. I want to stretch my legs.
Mm-hmm.
So what business you got in the museum?
I hear there's a fancy party there tonight.
Fancy party. All right. How's Regina?
She missed you a great deal.
God, I miss her. She's wonderful. I need to get back to her really quick. Yeah, let's go, actually. What are the rest of you doing?
Following them.
She's walking. What is she doing?
Just go with it.
I would have gotten my dress from the taxi.
Okay.
That's very important.
Should we change to the back of the cab?
Do you
Like,
want us to follow you? What's the plan? Are you going in with who?
no, because he needs to get Tommy in, so we got to go with him so we can get us in, right?
Right, what?
That's what Regina implied by looking at Tommy.
Right, I can just walk in though.
Oh, it's true.
Well, then why didn't you do that in the first place?
Right, that's
Alright,
what I've been
he's
saying
here.
all night.
Alright, so what's the plan? Tommy's going in, and you? What are we doing?
Well, I could get you all in.
Do we
Let's all go
need to
in.
be
And then we split up. We go looking for Gwenly, and you two go looking for Antigen.
Right.
What do
It's
we
an
do for
easy
Antigen?
run. Because you're fancy and clean. We talked about it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I don't want to be next to Antigen. You're the ones who can fight. You got poison.
You can
blood.
fight.
Kinda. A little bit.
Oh, I like that.
He can fight better.
Well, of course, look at him. What else are you going to do?
Right.
Okay, so
What I've
here,
been saying all night.
but here's what I can
You gotta
do.
work on self-forgiveness.
What?
So-
Where'd you hear that?
Buzzwords.
What's all this, then?
What's all this then?
You're going to follow or not? You can talk on the way. We're going to pop
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground.
let's go.
Yeah,
Take
right,
a quick...
alright, yeah.
Hey, you've got extra
What?
clothes. That's good.
Underground.
Hey, I
Right,
need
go
that
through a
dagger
few of the
though.
tunnels, and then I'll pop right
I'm
up in
gonna
there.
be next to Antigen.
Right.
I know. I just need to do it before we get in. I can give it back to you.
Too far underground though.
Nice.
It's not the real dagger.
I mean, it's the underground.
Do that.
We're gonna run into
More
any-
underground than
You
the
trust
underground.
people? Okay.
What?
We're not going to run into any.
Nosferatu, I've got a thing worked out with him.
They want us dead, so
Yeah, if they run into us
Da, 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 da,
underground, they say they kill us. But we did fuck up their whole makes it hungrier when you're underground thing, so maybe we're alright.
Yep.
Our paths were best.
You know, all that then.
Well, can you make yourselves not look like yourselves then? I know the code to make it to where I can bring people through the underground, no questions asked, but if they don't like you and they see you, not much I could do about that. Any other changes of costumes in there?
What?
No.
No. So what should I look?
Well,
then, so I just walk in the museum.
I mean, you can beat their ass if they try anything. We can hope we don't run into them, or you could just go get some stuff so you don't look like you.
Yeah, how fast can we get like wigs and shit?
If we swing by the trunk, got all sorts of stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do we really have time for that, though?
Maybe not.
No, but
just
it's
take
the
our
safest way
chances.
we're going to go do it.
I mean,
Or we can just send
Tommy's
Tommy
been
in.
wanting to kick somebody's ass, so let's just go
We got-
underground and take that chance, right?
Yeah, let's risk it. Let's go.
Or the biscuit.
I don't have a better plan.
A cookie.
Sound like them now.
That's what the Americans call their head.
Ew. A
Right.
cookie?
A biscuit?
What we doing?
I say we just take the chance. Is anyone okay with
Yeah,
that?
we,
So
we
we
don't
just
want to
walk in
dilly-dally anymore.
No,
and
we're
waste
going
more time,
underground,
so we
but
should
if
probably
somebody
go right
shows
away
up, you
right
can kick
now.
that.
I'm going to say...
Tommy is itching to kick
That's
somebody's
fine.
ass.
I just want it to be known I'm voting for getting wigs and costumes.
So yeah, that way you can say I told you so.
Put
Like
your hair
you
on
can
the other
have that.
side.
Thank
You can have that.
Means a lot, Alice.
Take your glasses off. Let me wear them.
Like a Clark Kent thing?
Here you go, trade glasses.
Oh, who's that?
Hey, Tommy.
me.
Hey, Tommy, glasses trade.
What? Tommy don't wear glasses.
Tommy.
Idiot, he's right there.
He forgot.
All right. Follow me.
Very quickly.
And
Holding my dress, trying
We
to
do
not
a
get gross
stealth.
from the underground.
We get underground.
it'll be so I know they've got people watching a lot of the normal ways. We'll have to go and get a bit dirty. So keep your spares clean.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Bits about the gala. Do we remember that bit? We'll wash up
He
in the
said.
bathroom
He
there.
said like.
They've got showers in the basement you can use.
Basement
And
showers.
like I said, I've had to bring other Norse through there, and Regina wanted to make sure they were hosed off before mingling with the rest.
Ew.
Classy.
Yep, alright. Yeah, and it'll bring you to one of the riverbanks where you'll enter through a sewer drain
Just around Riverbed.
into the underground. The trains are still operational, and
It's a good time.
it's fairly crowded now. It's not too late still. And he takes you through sort of this weird back and forth, like a pattern he's doing specifically to signal that he's passing through or something. I'm not quite sure. He doesn't really explain it, but he just says there'll be a lot of back and forth on and off trains. It'll seem like nonsense, but it's necessary and we'll be fine. So you do that before getting to an area where you can sneak down and hop on the tracks themselves. And go through some familiar tunnels.
Yikes.
But I don't get hungry. Unless.
Unless.
That's correct.
Are we up to-
You not. As he's just merrily strolling through, doesn't seem quite disturbed by this normally pretty monstrous place.
Keep an eye out for hobos.
Actually, everyone.
No.
No, hold on. What
No.
are you rolling?
No.
Oh, what's awareness?
I won't
Okay, now
roll
hold
it.
on.
Do we have to?
No.
3 successes. I roll better when I do.
3 as well.
No. Because you can't read the die.
One
didn't.
success.
Special failure?
You didn't roll
One
anything.
success, I said.
8 successes.
So,
It's 3.
as you're passing, you keep passing these sort of these like barred areas, these like maintenance tunnels with instead of like a door, it's just sort of a barred door. And as you're passing a few, you two have noticed that a figure has been moving with you. Would you like to do anything?
You don't know
I
that.
would lean up, come up next to
I
Tommy
just
and just
remembered
say, we're being followed.
Right, I see him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can I heighten senses?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. After that,
I
I
wanna
want
hear this
to
motherfucker.
see
Yes.
if I can see them or if they're just like.
Yeah, you can see it's a shadow. So
Or
sort of.
sensing unseen. Okay, it's just somebody following us.
If you do heightened senses, then yeah, you can hear them as well.
Can I activate Daunt?
That's good.
You activate Dawn.
Thank you.
Just
I'm.
friends just looking around. Everything all right?
It's a little bit followed, but
Oh yeah, they do that. They love watching things. Oh, it's fine. Oh wait,
Maybe for
It's
you
not
it's fine.
fine.
No, it's not.
Yeah, let's.
walk a few meters behind me, if you will, just in case they jump out and we get caught in whatever happens. This way, just strolling through.
Does it? How does the figure walk? Is it like on two legs?
You're just
by
passing a tunnel, and you've just seen a person kind of deep, sulking in the shadows in these tunnels as you've gone.
Okay. Just keep going.
right, hurry up then.
Faster.
Tell me be ready.
I got my needle ready.
I'm gonna bite my tongue and make it bleed and see if I can get some.
So the rouse
my
check.
tongue into pieces. This is my blood ceremony.
I'm good.
Okay. You get some scorpions, blood swishing around in your mouth.
Oh, and I have the dagger, so I'll just go ahead and get it on that.
I get rid of that.
Okay. That's not a ceremony though, is it?
What? It's a.
But you can apply it to weapons.
Is it a ritual?
I can put it on a weapon.
Oh, so you can put it on the weapon. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Got it.
Look at that dream memory.
Dream memory. That's a good song.
Write it down for white foxes.
No, we broke it. Forget.
So as you're passing, you pass the next sort of bars, and at this point you can all.
Oh, fuck! We have the dagger in the Nosferatu tunnels.
Yep,
Oh.
she's got it out.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You pass this, and you can clearly see just this decaying Nosferatu just against the bars, just as you pass, just right there looking at you.
We don't recognize that Nosferatu. Then I go by.
Okay, let's hurry.
Kind of looking at Tony, but
I just kind of glance at it like it's a normal thing and just say, piss off.
Just off
Walking.
Just off Nosferatu.
Are you sure about going that way?
Sure as I've ever been.
Things have changed down here recently. He looks at the dagger. It's not safe for some people.
Well, especially those not minding their own fucking business. Glare at him. I say, let's move.
I've got some business you might want to mind, though. If you've got a bit of blood to spare. Sick of drinking from rats and whatnot. But those rules against drinking from kindred, but I take it you're not the type who cares about the Lord's rules down here. So, a bit of blood and I'll give you some friendly advice. Otherwise, I think you'll find yourself in quite a bit of trouble pretty soon.
alright.
Well,
I go over.
And give me the
we also
dagger.
don't have...
Don't approach him with the dagger.
Oh yeah, I hand it to him. But like, don't attack anybody with it because you're not going to be good
That's
at
fine.
it. Okay.
I understand.
You
Her
look,
back's
so you
to
see his
me.
fangs start to come out as he just looks hungrily at you.
We also have known kindred with us. Just saying.
He's meters ahead of us. Oh, okay.
I didn't wanna
If
be
you want to
meters
tell him
ahead
to
of
do
us.
it, that's fine too.
No,
Oh,
we
he's-
don't.
That's
Not
fine.
kindred?
No, he's a
no,
ghoul.
he's not
Is it
kindred.
cool?
But I don't want to burn that bridge. We have
Yeah,
a pretty
I
good.
say we. I'm fine with this.
Okay?
Oh yeah, for some reason I was thinking I still had a mouthful of blood.
I mean, you do.
I put it on the dagger.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it's like otherwise it's
Yeah.
whack.
No. Let me do it.
Tommy, be right if he takes more than I'm willing to give.
Just a little bit. Just a couple
Oh.
drops. His takes so slender.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, and then he just bites into your arm.
The rats don't normally respond back, I take
Get
it.
hungrier.
By one?
By 1.
7.
Oh, it's 3.
Wait, did you do the thing to raise your blood potency? Or you
I'm
always
just
have
kidding
blood?
too. Sorry,
Yeah, I
I
was gonna say-
just remembered it wrong. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Okay. Then he's going to continue drinking to take another one.
Tommy!
Right, I'll hit him.
Before he takes another one or after?
Try to do before. Yeah, before.
Okay. Well, if you come, he's goes, I just a little more.
You can take one from me.
Alright, thanks, Lady Catherine. Otherwise, I'm gonna be too hungry to do what we need to be doing tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll lick the wound clean. Look towards you. Come on, through the bar, through the bar.
Right.
No.
You lot
Take your hand and
sure
look.
desperate.
Perfume. Interesting. And he'll bite into your arm as well.
Weird stuff.
You'll get hungry by 1.
Yeah, this guy's the weirdest one we've ever talked to, not me. It's definitely this one, right, guys? You, I agree.
And then
How would you call
stick to his
me
word,
a
just take
dog?
1. Keep it clean. Quite generous. You lot are quite generous. Felt as full in a minute. This is good. The way you're heading, there's a way around. And Trenton just sort of looks. I've always gone this way. Things have changed. You just ahead, and he gives a direction, and I'll unlock another tunnel for you. Actually, you'll circumvent an area. Some of the hunters are waiting down here. Take it
Kindred hunters or antigen?
one and the same.
No,
like
kindred who want us dead
Kindred-
or antigen.
hunters or kindred hunters.
All kindred are hunters, so you could just say kindred. These are kindred hunters.
Richard DeWar's
Yeah,
people.
Right.
Okay,
It's
Using
antigen.
Kindred as
It's
an article.
antigen.
Antigen.
Yeah,
You won't run into much of us around here because, well, Antigen. There's been some people sniffing around these tunnels. You're heading to the museum, aren't you? Yeah, that's why they're waiting. But you could get around them. You don't have to worry about the thing. Take that way in and that way out if you're coming down here. I'll make sure I'll keep the rats away so no one chirps about you passing through. I do appreciate the drink. It was a long way down here. Thank you.
If you're telling your word and we can trust you, there's more when I come back through alive. Can you be trusted?
I can be bargained with, and that sounds like a good bargain with me.
We'll have to make choices in order to survive.
Alright, no, this will help. Take the path I told you, and you'll be fine. They don't know about it. Don't take that path, and you'll be in for some trouble. Quite capable for kind. Quite capable indeed.
Yeah.
I want to insight this guy though.
Sure, what's an insight?
Wits insight, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I have 2.
Ooh, I got it too.
Hey, you. Three.
He's going to tell the truth. He seems like he's quite hungry. And you know the certain kindred who prefer to feed from other kindred.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's a rough lifestyle. So it seems like he's quite... if you're giving him blood, he's on your side.
Sounds good.
And you remember, I mean, one of the rules was not to feed from other kindred. That was an explicit law of the
Oh,
other.
yeah.
So it'd be especially tough if that
It's
was
also
their
fuck
preference.
you to DeWart.
So
That's pretty good.
he's...
Here's the
I mean, it costs him blood, but it seems like he's being earnest with you. Okay? And then, yeah, he'll sort of slink back into the shadows. Trenton goes, right, I guess we're taking an alternate route. Let's go. And we'll go. And sure enough, a little ways ahead, it'd be pretty easy to miss. It was one of the, I guess a maintenance tunnel, as it were, just sort of built perfectly flush with the wall, is already halfway opened for you. as you enter that way. It's a little cramped, but after going the long way, you eventually get back to, it's like maybe an abandoned station. Or an abandoned maintenance shaft. And there's a pile of trash bags that Trenton goes to when he moves. They're all like glued together. And you see they're not actual trash bags, it's like set. He pulls them aside and opens a hatch. All right. When this is it, you get down there. You'll have a bit of a trek that way. I mean, there's only one way, you can't get lost, and you'll crawl up a tunnel, leave you in the boiler room, in the basement of the British Museum. From there also employ sort of a bathroom shower situation, which will smell like shit, so you might want to use that. Those of you who are trying to blend in. And then, yeah, have at it. I've completed my end. Tell Regina.
Any idea of the floor plan situation of the gala? There's going to be quite a bit of antigen in there. I need to be able to lure one away, at least.
Yeah, I mean, the basement area where I'm leading you to, if you need to lure someone, that's the best bet. Some offices, hallways. Usually there's only... Sometimes there's this one guy who works late. He might be down there, but that's about it. Otherwise, I know right now they have a few different things going on. My guess, Arwen or Gwenllian would be at probably the Roman Britain exhibition in the Western Gallery. Or maybe the Roman Empire exhibition in the Wolfson Gallery.
Right. Well,
So
that narrows it down a little
that's
bit.
who you're looking for. Anything else particular you need to know? I know the museum pretty well.
Right, a party. So sanctioned off from one area.
It depends on the party. I've been in jail, so I don't know what this one is. But typically it's in the public area.
Victorian jewellery.
No, that's not in the public area. There'll be one of the exhibits. But a lot of times, there's the main area of the party. There's catering too, if that's something you need to try to blend in with. A lot of times there's a kitchen with the caterers and whatnot. They usually don't turn much of an eye to people. There's security here is usually no joke if they've hired mortal security. And a lot of times, usually it's the public area, and then they'll take private tours into the exhibits. They usually don't like people just wandering around on their own.
Right.
Alright. Well,
Yeah, there's that. He'll let you know where the kitchen, the prep area is, if there's catering, where that would be.
mm-hmm.
All right then. Best of luck to you.
Give him the locket back.
I'll snatch it and put it in his pocket. All right, I'll be seeing you.
Best of luck, Trenton.
You too.
Thank you.
I'll go.
Oh, I like that guy.
Yes.
Well, you didn't have to
He's
get
a
him out of
strong
jail.
body. He could be quite useful.
I'm gonna need the dagger so I can sneak around. I got a retriever prep.
This time.
Yeah, the one I put poison all over.
Winston sends his regards.
No!
Yeah.
If it's for Winston, I'll die.
There you go.
Okay, so you guys
Dagger.
duck in the tunnel. Yeah, and it's sort of, you have to a hunch crawl to get through for the while. But it's clean, some sort of, there's kind of exposed wires and stuff. Probably a tunnel to work on those. But that leads to a ladder leading straight up. You climb up and you're in a boiler room.
Do you hear anything?
What?
Do you hear anything?
Is heightened senses?
Mm-hmm.
With heightened senses, the boiler itself is kind of loud. You'd probably need to open the door and lean out a little bit. You can hear, it's a hallway. One of the doors is open a little ways down. You can hear typing on a computer from that room. Otherwise, you don't hear anything.
I hear typing on a typewriter.
Alright. So there'll be one down here.
I need to shower before I put on the dress.
Not the dress.
Thank you for clarifying.
Oh, no peeking. Let's
I'll
go.
get cleaned up.
Perhaps we
and,
should go take care of the lad.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise it's pretty quiet. If you guys start walking around, you'd assume someone would be able to hear. Unless you want to stealthily.
Dominate him.
Or do you think you can take care of him so he's asleep?
Or take care of him.
We don't want to alert every antigen in the entire building that we're here.
Hold on the screen for a second.
Just put him to sleep and lay him down like he fell asleep working. We don't have to make this complicated.
Raw.
Alright. Okay. Take Roscoe with me.
You brought the dog to the museum?
In his satchel.
He's my
Okay.
little doctor's bag.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna write that down. Dog in a museum. It's a good spin-off.
That's like a movie name.
Yeah.
And approach quietly. Is the door open that he's typing in?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I'm gonna put my back to the wall of the door, and I'll send Roscoe in. Just gonna make some noise. Grab his attention, and then once he's out, I'll.
Yeah, so you put down Roscoe. He goes and just stares. Doesn't really make a noise. And definitely doesn't really move like a chipper puppy. This is something else now.
That's why it's so beautiful.
It goes and it just looks. And yeah, the typing stops. What's this?
Shoot him away.
How did you get in here? And yeah, you see 20s, younger, some sort of archivist person sort of step out.
Make sure he doesn't just look my way. I want to cover his eyes and mouth.
Just probably one of those.
No, I'm big hands.
Give me a dex roll.
I'm going to rouse the blood.
Nice!
Alright.
I'm gonna clip that, sorry. It's pretty loud.
Let me use willpower.
Stabs him in the eye instead.
One success.
What's the lad to do a man's job?
Or Lady Caption, I guess.
I told you to do it.
Yeah, so he yells out for just a moment. He goes, "What's up?" And then you have the cover. You have it in, but he yelled out for just a second. But you have it in. You're holding him.
Make sure he's not seeing my face. Just
Give me a strength brawl. Takes a moment for this to set in, and he's gonna try to fight out of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's not good at this. I don't know why I sent him to do this.
Said I would do it. Nobody let me do it.
I'm telling you, get in there now.
It's too
One
late.
success.
Here I
He got 0 that time. So
Nice.
you keep him, you hold him, you bring him back into that room, and eventually he goes limp.
I always think it's going to be my intelligence
Medicine.
medicine.
Because
If it's an unwilling person, yeah, it's,
Yeah, because he didn't know I was there.
yeah.
Still gotta get
yeah, that's why it was
It's still
Most,
like
a
you're-
low
most medical
difficulty.
positions, the person doesn't know you're there. That's
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Alright. I'm just going to take the needle out, drag his body over to his computer chair, make it look like he fell asleep, knock some drool out of his mouth with paper.
with your heightened senses still on, you can hear footsteps.
Motherfucking fuck.
Just one set.
Okay. Awesome.
Just 1 foot.
Can't wait.
Just one.
Listen to me
He's got
tight.
a
Hot.
pigback, like a pirate.
Would I have enough time to make it back? Or like they right there?
You have time to make it back. Heightened sense, you can hear him coming from a bit away.
Alright, yeah, putting the guy back and then going, picking up Roscoe.
Back to the boiler room.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, and what was that?
Yeah, I don't know why you gotta send me these things. I'm not strong.
You
Right,
volunteered.
I all
I didn't volunteer. I told Lady Cat to do it.
Okay, so what's the situation?
Thank you. No, I can't speak unless invited to speak.
Oh, it's only
should we stealth?
Well, and you want me to
Are
go
you
take
doing
care of
anything, or
whatever
just
in
sitting
there?
here?
Wait. If we go upstairs, like where the footsteps aren't coming from upstairs, correct?
I mean, there's only what you're at the end of the hallway, so to go anywhere, you're going to go down the hall, which is where the footsteps are coming from.
I mean, I staged it like he's just fell asleep at his computer.
Yeah, but if you cried out,
and he can't wake up yet. One of you two should take care of this.
Yeah, at this
Right.
point you hear everything all right,
I sir.
Muff.
That's your cue.
I move.
Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go invisible. Then move.
Can you move silently too?
Nope. But
Uh,
I can go unseen.
Okay. Give me a stealth dex.
I will rouse the blood to do unseen passage. Good. Stealth dex.
ooh,
4 successes.
Okay. You get then you see looks like a security guard uniform. Just shaking. He doesn't seem to have heard you approach. You're at the doorway. He's just sort of shaking. Hey!
I'm just gonna run up, grab him, put him in the stranglehold, choke him out.
Give me a grapple.
Hope he's Antigen, because this crosses two. Two birds, one stone right here. Right? You need to kill an Antigen?
Just in a message.
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't fuck with...
Don't
That means
fuck.
it has to
Boiler
be
room.
dramatic.
yeah, it can't be this.
With more dramatic in the boiler room. See?
The front door.
Shit.
Are you using prowess at all?
Just doing like a this.
If I'm doing any damage to him, well, no, I guess not. But if I'm doing the damage, I do have lethal body running, no
That's
matter what.
awesome. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that's 5 successes.
Okay, yeah, you go, just hold him, keep his mouth, and yeah, you feel him start, he choke him out. He's not dead, but he's passed out now.
You could kill him though if you wanted to.
Yeah, we can always defend ourselves.
Quick glance at him, you see he's not armed.
I'm gonna say, is he packing?
Probably not.
That's why I know
he's not
it's
acting
antigen.
You know.
His uniform says Syndexoi Limited. It seems the name of a security company.
What does he have on him?
A walkie, a taser.
I take both.
Someone want to wear their uniform?
Looking at me? All right, I'll do it.
Because, well, I mean, the other security guards recognize us not being part of security. Well, used to be brighter.
Yeah, no, I'll just
You
prop
used to be
him
able
up,
to use a needle properly.
walk back,
No, I never.
get the others.
On
That's
dead,
literally
on dead things.
how you
On dead
feed.
things.
You make them go to sleep easily.
Right, he's only going to be out for a moment. Perhaps we should sedate him.
See? That's how you do it.
Yep,
Make sure he stays away. Stays asleep.
he'll be out for the rest of the night.
Maybe we should move him to a different room. Or
Right,
both
or we
of
could
them
pull
to
both the
different
pants down. It looks real suspicious.
Does anyone have any
like they were
cocaine we can
wanking it
spread
together.
over there?
Yeah.
They're slacking
I
off on
love
Joel.
that. That's fucking funny.
We should have gotten the narcotics from Trenton.
I start pulling
Put those
bits
out
out.
and people would
Fucking
have thought.
winkers. No, let's put them like in a fucking locker or something.
Right, oh.
But we still pulling their pants down. Say yeah. It was someone's
Yeah.
idea. It was someone's idea.
Yeah.
Right, and
So where are you bringing him?
locker room.
Okay, yeah, there's a locker room down here. You can stash them. I mean, a locker's not big enough to fit them here, but there's like showers and stuff you could put them in.
Oh,
Obviously, you've been bullied in high school. A locker can fit something.
A high school
Hang
one.
on.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
So we have any alcohol we can like leave on them to seem like staged a little bit.
Lady Catherine, why would any of
can't
us
get
have
drunk.
alcohol? Like, I understand it's a good idea, but why would we have it?
Right, and we could search his locals for some alcohol.
We don't have time for that.
Or just
No dilly-dallying.
All right, now we don't want to do it, dog.
just throw them
I've said it
one on
like
the
4
other.
times since I made a big deal about it earlier, just sprinkling it in
Just
there
throw
for
them
you.
on each other with the pants pulled down. It's fine.
Okay,
Right.
you guys figure this out. We're going to shower
Hang on.
separately. And
Oh,
I knew as soon as I said it was coming, so I had to clarify.
I already said no peeking, so I clarified it first, Lady Cat. Come now, Roscoe. Let us be proper gentlemen.
Why are you taking Roscoe with you?
Look at him, he's fucking dirty.
He is. Even though he was in the bag the whole time.
All right.
It's a dirty bag.
Should we hang on? When we have
Dirty bag.
when we have Gwenley, should we
Dirty
meet
bag.
back in the boiler room, and you meet down here too?
Ideally, but I would like you guys to stay and keep watch while we shower.
Oh yeah, not now. I'm just saying, like that's
Yeah.
a play. Okay.
I would assume so.
Okay. So we get Gwenley and you get Antigen. We
Right,
meet
why
here.
wouldn't they go get Gwynlyn?
Because she ain't at the party.
Right.
So we go meet. Say we talk to Grandma. Oh, we're gonna get out of here. Now I can get through the fucking walls, and if they shoot me with a gun, they ain't gonna get me because I'm gonna be like a fucking ghost. And you can be invisible, so it makes more sense for us to find her. Yeah.
Why don't we all just go and find it?
Okay.
Why do we need,
Because-
need to separate?
No, it's better.
Because we
to
can't
split.
go to the gala.
Why do we need to go into the gala if she's not there?
Because we need to get Antigen as part of the deal.
Right, you two gotta kill one of them.
You gotta lure one of them down here.
You gotta make it messy.
Yeah.
Tear some
It's
throats
gotta
out.
be messy.
I'm
Rip an
not
arm
messy.
off or two.
I'm a fucking doctor. Mine's clean, cut, precise.
I've seen you feed, mate. It's messy.
Right, it's always clean,
Psychologically.
precise.
Very messy.
It's
very medical. It's not
Yeah, it just hurts. It's not
So,
messy. Yeah.
well, people don't like
Psychologically,
it.
it's messy.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
fine.
So,
Right,
well, maybe we should split up differently. Like I said, one of us can lure Antigen to one of the wall through people or the invisible one, or whatever you guys do.
right, how am I supposed to lure someone if I'm invisible?
Wait, are these nicknames
No,
now?
she
'Cause I
Said
don't like-
4 different times, someone lures them to you because no one can see you.
Right, why wouldn't I just sneak up on them?
So, okay.
Because I'm all invisible.
So, hang on, Lady Catherine.
You're going to sneak up in the middle of the party.
If,
I'll wait for him to go to the loo or something.
Oh,
Yes, Alice.
I was gonna say, so you and Tommy, you lure them away. 'cause you
Right,
get
I like the
there.
original plan better.
Honestly, I think Tommy and I need some time apart.
Okay, see, I get that, but if I am like a ghost, like incorporeal, right? I can't feed on them. Teeth go straight through it, like a.
Right, and original plan. We go find Gwynlyn.
But you, but here's the thing: you ain't
Handle
got,
the oxygen.
you ain't got.
And that's
And brick.
Let me finish. You ain't got to make a mess, right?
You what?
You ain't got to make a mess.
Your accent has gotten progressively thicker the last 5 minutes or so, and I've been keeping up for the most part.
That's that third Celtic accent.
Yeah, that's right.
I said, you ain't got to make a mess.
You ain't got to make a sound like a British rapper.
Are you
I'm gonna,
Are you I've been watching a lot of Catherine Tate.
Oh, God. You ain't got to make
You ain't got to make a mess.
This is going to clip so bad, I'm sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You do not have to make a mess,
Hey.
Catherine.
Continents have returned. Alright.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You know what? We'll figure it out. You guys,
Okay.
best of luck. Stay for us to take a shower and then leave. Alright.
Right.
Shower quickly.
While they shower, I'm going to do the ritual.
Okay.
I have the blade, so it'll be plus 1 die, right?
No, the difficulty will be down by 1.
Okay.
So you'll need 3.
Together.
It's a level 4 ritual. Intelligence,
Yeah.
blood sorcery.
I succeeded.
Tommy not going with you?
Because Tommy has a 1-track
5.
mind currently, and I
Is that a
can't
messy crit?
deal with
No,
that.
it is not. I
because
only got 1 crit,
it would
so
make a
we're good.
scene.
I know.
Okay.
I was a little worried
Just
about
helping
it,
us, right?
but we're
There's
good.
the, yes, I do.
I would have told you it was messy.
But
I'm with you
maybe,
now.
maybe,
I'll
if,
go enjoy the
For
game.
1 scene. Okay.
So it would be.
maybe
I would wanna have it
I
This next scene.
So it'll be the next.
distract
Okay.
them. You
You
have
do your
the
ritual,
time.
break your mirror, spill your blood. Did you rouse?
Last two did.
No, I didn't.
Unsuspecting victims. That's
That's
what
what
I
I
do
mean.
best with.
I didn't make it. Do you want me to
If I'm
reroll?
talking to them and you jump
With 3
out,
hunger?
What? No, I think you guys after.
It's
the
still
ritual.
not
Crawler.
It's before because that's part of it. But that's fine. Just
Okay,
get
I'll
hungry
mark it.
about
I'm
one.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
What?
I won't be able to help you move this at all.
Okay, you
He
become.
should be able to-
You're not invisible, but you become
What's the middle?
Yeah.
translucent,
Yeah, I think it's the bird.
but also
This is a dumb idea.
ethereal. As you two shower, you guys figure out your grand plan. We're going to take our next break and see how this plan unfolds
No, we're
when we
changing
come
plans.
back
This is dumb.
locked in,
No,
loaded.
Close box.
All right, we're
Taste the
back.
food to us.
You're in the museum.
That's
Two
what
of
you
you are
call-
showered and fresh. Two of you are as disgusting as you
I'm a
have ever
ghost.
been.
I don't
One of
smell.
you's a ghost. What do you do?
Are we just going up there?
I let them go up and then I
Dressed,
follow.
putting on my jewelry. I have my ring, which is very old.
Oh, your actual ring?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's old
It is.
and Victorian jewelry.
It is.
Does would any of you like to get your blood pumping just in case?
Oh,
What's up?
Alice.
You were talking about pulling pants down earlier.
No,
You're already in blood.
like blushing, like it, not. It's not a proposition. Ew.
I didn't say nothing. She's
She's a proposition.
What-
You
what-
use blush of life before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Meh. So she activates.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna blush of life. See.
Give us a rouse.
You roll 2 for
Skeleton.
that?
Not a your Canada.
Didn't say it like that.
Is the young gentleman
I'm hungry.
seeming to be of decent social status?
The one that was typing, yeah.
Okay, I'm
A
gonna
museum
feed.
curator? You better be.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed. Can I
He's
take?
at least got
Can I schlick
generational wealth.
2 hunger?
A little bit.
Can I just like 1 hunger on the security guard?
But he's all sedated. Does she get negatives? Because that'd be funny.
That's a good point. He's drugged. And if you drink from a drugged person, those drugs are in your system. So you'll know this before drinking, but yeah, he's heavily sedated. So drinking him is almost like taking some downers.
We're just having fun.
It's up to you.
She used to like you the best.
We're just
She
having fun.
tolerated
It's a
us, but
fun
she
game.
loved
We're having
you.
fun, that's all.
So it's up to
Look
you.
at you being cheeky.
Oh, I'm a cheeky boss.
You being cheeky.
You want to switch?
Yeah, one of them's not sedated.
I'm used to that.
Are you
sedation.
drinking or no?
Oh fuck no!
Well, hey, just drink from the.
The other one,
Yeah.
The pole one.
working
The
class
middle
one.
Working class man.
They
It's a
all
blue
taste the
collar
same.
he has on.
Oh no.
You could drink from him, but it costs a willpower.
Yeah.
What do you want
I'm
more?
aware.
A willpower or being frenzied in a fucking gala?
He's also sedated though, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
He's not
Oh, yeah,
sedated.
No, it's not.
Every-
Oh,
yeah, you did.
Everyone
yeah,
is
yeah.
sedated.
I don't know if you know this about when you choke people out, they're not out that long.
Looks like there's
I've
most,
seen a movie.
they
They're
come
out
through
for
pretty
as long
quick.
as- exactly as long as you need.
they're
them.
both sedated, so it looks like I'll have a buffet waiting for me.
Ooh.
Sorry, Lady Catherine.
So you could swipe one.
I did.
Lady Catherine.
I could drink from you, and you could drink from them, and then we'd all be right as rain, right?
Nah, I got sedated.
God.
Oh,
Let's go.
boy.
This is not going to end well tonight. I already feel it.
I think ours is gonna go good.
All right.
I'm more concerned about yours.
Tommy's been brewing. As soon as you let him off the leash,
It's so simple. I'll walk in. I'm invisible.
You use
End of fucking story.
your charisma to get her to do what you want.
Wink
Should
us.
go really well.
okay. So you
I've got
Rouse,
the
you're going invisible?
so we'll be all
Why
right.
don't you just keep him from not talking? That's fine.
You're invisible. You're a ghost. You two look nice. One of you's a little hungry.
And very pissed.
What?
Are you drunk?
Are you gone yet?
Because that's what piss means when you say it
What?
like it is.
You don't know. I'm invisible.
So what are the heralds, huh? What are the ones you trusted? Alright.
It's like the Suicide Squad. It's like.
So that's it, huh? We're some kind of suicide squad. Some kind of suicidal squadron.
Forgot about that.
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna try to find the Roman exhibits.
Oh. I mean, there's only one way up from here. If you take the... there's an elevator or the stairs leading up. To the main floor. What are you doing?
Going up the stairs, probably. I would go stairs.
Seems safer. Do we want to approach together or do we want to approach separately? Oh, you're invisible, I guess. What does it matter?
Yeah, I thought you were talking to her.
Alright, you'll fuck off.
We'll go upstairs.
How about you go upstairs and let us know if the coast is clear?
That's like Catherine Sway saying we should fuck off.
Oh,
And then I
just
start
fuck off.
going.
Both of you are going?
Oh, can I do sentiency to be able to see Tommy while he's like this?
You'd have to beat his... obfuscate.
Alright, let's see.
You can try.
I'll try.
Auspex and... it should say, what is it? Wits Auspex against...
I don't know. I don't have that. I can look it up.
I got it right
I
here.
think I have it.
Resolve all specs.
Okay.
Versus obfuscate wits, I think? Or does it say anything?
It doesn't say.
Doesn't say anything.
Yeah, the obfuscate one is...
Obfuscate stealth? You gotta start rolling like that, man.
How many has he got?
Okay, she has to start rolling like that.
Okay,
She stops
I
after we say
still
something
fail.
and then come back. So now she's blind.
What?
We're taking over now.
Well, I became scared after
Well, I
trying to
got
sense someone's
two, but there's
intentions,
no
so.
point in me rolling again because I don't have enough die.
Great.
Bestial...
Yeah.
Great.
Well, we're still in the boiler room.
He looks defeated.
Seems a bit unnecessary just to seem like.
Oh, I thought it'd be alright.
Oh, look at us dilly-dallying along.
Lady Cat, is that you?
Oh,
The intermission.
fancy.
Okay. So... are you heading up at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know you're visible.
This one's gonna take the
And
stairs.
you look like a ghost.
This one's gonna take the stairs, so that way if we saw somebody, I could stealth up and like.
She's haunting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghosts take
Essentially,
stairs.
I would be a haunting it.
Right. You want me to go up?
Okay. So, yeah,
I
as you're
can't see you.
trying to get the use of this, I mean, not only, if someone glances at you, it's immediately something wrong.
You just walk through the walls all the way up.
I would just try to play it like I was a ghost. Like, just walk through the wall.
Alright, no more selfies for you. No more selfies for you. No, I'm gonna play it like a ghost.
I mean, I don't have a way up there
Well,
otherwise.
she's gonna give this museum a proper haunting.
It's a part of the gala.
No.
Should have built it that way.
You know Antigen's up there, right?
They only believe in vampires,
They
not
believe in-
ghosts.
You don't know that.
They would be vampires.
I would
or
just try
ghost
to-
hunters then.
Like,
Okay. So,
Ghostbusters.
you start
Stealth-wise,
heading up
that's what they'd be
stealthily.
called.
She
Sure.
I assume.
starts
I feel like that'd be catchy.
still sort of
Who are you gonna
walking,
call?
but heads behind you. You could essentially cut through. Can you float with this, or you still have to move like you normally do?
She's gonna play it like a ghost, dude.
I just if I get caught. That's my thing.
Did you read this before you cast?
I did. I don't think I can float, but I also don't want to say that if I'm not 100% sure.
The only part I remember is the walking
I know
through
I'm
walls
not technically.
That's all I remember. Yeah.
which is really the most important part. Can we just skip over the rest of it and let her walk through walls?
I know you can't float.
Okay, cool.
So, as she goes, she tries using her aspect. Her beast interacting a little differently with her body in this incorporeal form. Well, the things on you say?
I don't think so. I think they go
naked to
incorporeal.
go through the walls.
So, I'll say the things on you become incorporeal because you
No
have to
nudity.
be naked.
Yeah, that's too weird.
So this happens as you're doing your off specs, getting used to everything. You have the dagger, correct? Mm-hmm. Something about that interacts differently for just a second. It slips, but you catch it. Except you catch it like inside of yourself, where you can see it. I mean, it doesn't hurt you. It's like the dagger started to phase through you and then became the same as you again. So you don't really have access to it. It's like a dagger through your leg. I mean, like I said, you don't feel it, but you're not sure how to get it. You kind of tug at it a little bit. It's just not really moving. And you're worried, should you become corporeal again, then you might feel it. But for now, your dagger's lost you a little bit. It's on you, though. It's not going anywhere.
It's literally on you.
You might be able to get it back
Literally.
out with maybe rousing some blood and messing with this ritual a little bit. It's up to you.
Try that later.
Okay.
Worry about
Alright,
it
for now,
later.
floating with the knife in your leg.
You literally look like
Alright.
I literally look like I got stabbed to death, you know.
You're both going up at the
It
same
works in
time.
favor.
I think it
What?
really plays into the ghost thing.
I wish I had dropped this one.
Give me a stuff.
It's not
optimism, it's
just like
I need 3 Celsius.
Is it well?
That's good.
Oh, great. 2.
What?
I don't get any bonuses, do I?
No, I give those severe penalties, which makes it 2 just fine.
I give you,
okay.
I give you a D12 inspiration though, so you can roll that.
Give a d12. Oh, I have one. It's in my purse. It's over there.
It's alright, we don't need it. I was just joking.
I have one.
I believe it.
So, upstairs, you can see there's a couple gentlemen in a conversation. As you sort of press the stairs, they don't seem to have noticed you. You can hear murmuring and stuff. You're not too far from the main area, some big open floor. You're not quite inside of it yet. You can tell if you go out, head around the corner, you'll be there. But for now, there's a couple people that seem to sort of separate themselves from the party. Drinks in their hand, they just seem to be having a conversation. You can tell one of them's in their drinks a little bit already, and it's like more or less giving like a business pitch to this other person who seems more or less trapped in this conversation he doesn't want to be in. You'd both see this. But should they glance over, they will see you.
What? Oh, her.
Let me. I'm gonna find the Roman. Sorry, I can't whisper because of the microphone. I'm gonna find the Roman area, and then, like at the top of the stairs, just go through the wall into what I would assume would be like an exhibit or something next.
Okay, you pick your direction, and you see her just into the wall.
Because I
Oh,
can't get seen.
I'll take the normal path. Walking through.
I'm just gonna walk through. You're invisible, so you can do that. Yeah, you walk through. You head to where you see the larger crowd. Everyone dressed in formal wear. Everyone looking great. You can see some museum workers, some security posted about. Plenty of caterers milling around with trays. There's sort of a makeshift table set up with a impromptu bar. A lot of people are frequenting. And you can see a few things. You can see there's like a banner, and it seems this is an event it's called Friends of the Museum. Some sort of donors or something. You see one group get led away as you come in with a tour guide. Seems to be taking them on a private tour.
Right.
Anything particular you want to look for?
Away from the party. Look for signs, Roman exhibits.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to find that there's a directory in that room. Or a big map. Which Roman exhibits? Which one are you heading towards? Is the Roman Britain or what was the other one?
In the wolf sign. Wing, I think was what the other one was in.
Roman Britain is in Weston. Roman Empire is in Wolfson.
I'll go to Roman Empire in Wolfson, and I would have said that to Tommy. We'll check out Roman Empire.
Where are you going?
What's the intent of us splitting up or going to the same one?
Same place.
Okay, then I go to the same place. She mentions it. Figure we coordinated that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just coordinated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not so, just...
I'm right there.
Okay, as they're making their way through, what are you two doing?
Hoping for the best.
That's good. Roll for it.
You guys waiting down here?
For just a moment, just in case for some reason someone sees a ghost.
Okay.
And now we make an entrance. Probably quiet at first, but if you feel like anyone's looking at us, start laughing about something. Okay, maybe don't. Right.
Can't wait. It's going to go swimmingly.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
We walk up slowly up the stairs. I would have a smile on, trying to notice anyone noticing us coming up the stairs and reacting accordingly.
Yeah, there's those two gentlemen that they saw. The one's just sort of against the wall, like, yeah, sounds interesting, sure. And then he sort of looks over as you guys come up, and he notices you guys.
Well,
Can I... If you're going to do something, you're going to do it.
I have nothing good.
I was just going to hook my arm around her arm, pretend like we're in the boiler room, and then just carry on.
He raises a glass to you and continues being stuck in this conversation.
I've been looking at this blog called Magpie Blogs, and it's been brilliant.
Oh, no.
Don't hurt me, please.
You two head into the party proper, see what they saw.
Alright, what's the next plan? What's the next move?
Oh, we figure out who's important and then try to get on a private tour.
Alright.
We can go on a private tour.
Sounds good. I'll let you take the lead on this one then.
Would you like some champagne?
No. Yes.
Yes, you would. And I grab 2 flutes of champagne
Yeah.
from a...
Grab some from a tray.
thank you.
Who are you looking for? What type of individual are you looking for?
So my experience with Antigen before is that they're very alert. They seem to be paying attention to things that other people aren't. Like, they just are obviously more clever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're strapped. So, but in a concealed way. So I'd be looking for anything like on the back of a suit jacket or around their ankles. And
In this, where you know the types of people who do these things, you...
Oh. Henry?
It reminds you of other charity events you've been to.
are you fat now?
Suddenly you find yourself standing in an equally crowded room, but this time in a warehouse. Uh-oh. Or a workhouse. You're there to give food to the children and participate in the service. Aware this is all a
For fun.
There's two drinks now.
All a show roll so that the gentry can see that the poor are being dealt with. And that even if they don't have much food, that the poor souls are nourished in God's grace. But as you look at their thin faces and on these benches behind you, it's clear that God is not here. You hold Angelique's hand all the tighter, glad that she's with you in this awful place. Although you cannot help but think of how blessed you are that you will actually be able to leave a place like this where these people are stuck here. This place is only sort of one large main room. But they're all gathered here to receive the Holy Sacrament. Only a few of them seem to be listening, though. And you can see as we're separated, men on one side, women and children on the other. But they're both more interested in each other than what's being presented by the priest. And your instinct is to touch such behavior. But then you pay more attention to how they're looking at each other. And this isn't some sort of lustful, flirtatious way. You recognize some patterns, and you can see that these are actually families, separated, except for this precious moment when the father can wave to his child and the wife can see her husband again as they receive the sacrament before they have to go back to their work areas. You clutch your basket of bread and cheese for the children, and you suddenly feel like it is not enough. And then you come to again. Crowded charity or banquet of some sorts. Give me a wits etiquette. You know how people should behave here, what they should look like, and you'll know if they look out of place.
Crazy.
Just listen to me all the time.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's super good. Super bistro.
I know.
Super
Not
bistro.
bestial, it's messy.
I
That's
have
right, super messy bistro.
I have 7 with a critical.
7, a messy critical.
You've got a messy critical.
I don't like this. It doesn't feel good.
Sorry.
Looking around, you immediately spot some of your quarry. You see a couple of men. Their jacket's a bit too bulky. They're likely wearing something protective underneath. The way their hands are sort of alert and at the ready, not relaxed with a drink, identifies them. You spot another. There's a few cameramen here, but one of them in particular, his camera looks a bit different than the others. He's just constantly looking through it. Where other cameramen are looking at the scene, they'll raise the camera when it's time to take a photo. This man seems to be scanning the room. And then there's a woman in an ivory ruffled dress, red heels, and a handbag. It's an odd shape in the bag. Maybe a small firearm of sorts. She's, you can tell by the toned shoulders and arms, this is a very athletic woman. Not the socialite she's pretending to be at the arm of another man who's clearly Antigen. She has full-bodied, long hair flowing down one side. That she is careful not to be flirtatious with her hair. Usually someone has hair like that, they're going to use it. She's making sure it stays covering something. In your case, maybe. She's the leader for this. And if you're going to send a message, she's the one you're going to go for. The beast demands him.
The champagne's weird, but it's quite good.
It's so messy.
Everything okay, Cat?
Well,
That's great.
I feel like I've found my desire of the night. There's so many beautiful people here tonight.
Sure.
But one of them is just so much more alluring than the others. So I think if I wanted to find this evening, she would be my prey.
Okay. Where do I fit in all this?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Perfect, that's all I need to hear. There is a great exhibit going on in the next room.
History of surgery.
Well, this is happening. The Roman Empire room. You enter just as the tour leaves, luckily from the other side. Tommy's already in here. Or you will be the first to arrive. You won't see Tommy.
I'm
Tommy will
through.
come in a little bit. Yeah, a lot of interesting ancient Roman things on display here. Including a red cap. Sort of a rusted red color. Sort of rather plain, but in excellent condition. It's unlike some of the other sort of symbol-laden objects that you've collected from Mithras. A little information card says the cap dates to Rome in the 1st century BCE. Sort of its point of pride is not in its extravagance, but it's how well preserved it is, or how old it is.
We will see it.
You would arrive a bit later to see this ethereal Alice hovering there.
What? Think that's it.
Yeah.
Does it look familiar?
Still familiar?
Looks similar to you. And you. In particular, as you're staring at this cap, you recall the first time you saw it. You had been in the cult for many years before you finally met Mithras. He was a little shorter than you expected, but you never doubted his power, even for a moment. You were on task to simply guard or locate a kindred that you now had under guard with some of the others.
I don't know how to do it.
When Mithras first walked in, he completely ignored the prisoner that you had. Instead, he took a moment to inspect the guards, looking at each of you up and down, taking a moment to adjust a tie or fasten a button. And when he came to you, he simply touched your face where the burns were, as if he knew what that felt like. And with the briefest of gestures, the rest of the guards were dismissed, except you. You were handed a sword. And then you're looking at this cap again in this museum.
Right, that's it. Is it behind a display case?
Yeah, it's in the glass case. Give me a wits awareness. Or investigation. Wits awareness or wits investigation.
Just Tommy?
Either one of you. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. If you're going to do it now before everyone begins.
I'll do it.
3 successes.
2 successes.
You notice some sort of device. There's definitely some sort of, it's pretty well hidden, but there's some sort of little security something. You're not familiar with the technology to know what it is, but you know some sort of safeguard when you see it. Something that you're sure if you just open this thing, it's going to trip something.
Right, I can just take it.
Hmm.
Some sort of wizardry on it.
Maybe we head to the Roman Britain exhibit, see if we can find Gwenly and see what she knows about it.
Right, or figure out how to get it before go off.
I'm not there, so I'm looking at it.
You say it's wizardry. I know wizardry, I don't know that.
Right, what's modern wizardry?
Like technology, yeah.
Right.
You know how to do that, because I sure as shit don't.
Right.
So maybe maybe we look for both.
Right,
But
perhaps you're not really there, right?
yeah,
You interact with things, so.
I can't interact with things. I put my hand through the thing and pull it out.
Yeah, you go through the glass, luckily not setting off an alarm, but also
Just to prove a point that we hope was right.
but also not tripping anything. Your hand is going right through the cap.
Yeah, like this is what I got, Tommy. Sorry.
Right.
Just comically, like.
Indiana Jones.
At this point, you can hear another tour group getting ready to enter.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's move. I'm gonna head towards Roman Britain. Try to find it, and I'll.
Right, oh, sure, she's not here.
No, but we've been talking. She might step out.
Alright, go.
I step through.
Yeah, you go through some exhibits, just passing through, using them for cover. Head towards the others. You heading towards the same way?
I'm gonna search around the area more for somebody. Signs of somebody.
Signs up.
Go in the end.
Okay. You linger here. Another group is brought in. Invisible. Someone freaks out. Yeah, you have sensed the beast. None of them. You two are out in the main area. Picture Pori. One of the tour guides is gathering another group.
So which one's your prey?
That she is becoming a part of. Her and the man she's with start
Well,
gathering.
I would really like to go on this tour. Do you want to go to now?
Sure.
And good God, you see that white dress? That is beautiful.
So that's the one.
Of course it
Do you
is.
have a
I
way to
love
get-
it.
Do you have a way to get her away?
I don't.
I'm gonna cut them short. Right here.
Darling,
Yes.
you should be really careful not to say anything too racy around here. Someone might hear you.
Right. She's quite stunning. Let's go. And I'll kind of like look at you, and you notice I have a fraternity ring on my finger.
That's good.
Doesn't seem to have anybody that would want him in a brotherhood. What?
It's-
Too many
it looks
people
kind
like
of
him.
your. There's a
cultish
skull on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems kind of your. You could see, and you're wearing something like this.
That's a lot of people to want him to be around all the time. I don't know.
Let's just see how I'm gonna make this a lot easier for us.
I would love
So you go.
that.
You're still aware of this person with this device over
Mhm.
as they're starting to scan through the crowd which you're a part of.
We blessed alive, we're good.
That's why we're trying to speak so
Yeah,
gently.
pass through and you sort of not hold your breath because you're humans, you're breathing. As it passes over you, luckily there's no reaction from it.
Good call.
Pauses just a moment, but then keeps going.
Calls
We should take
us
a-
or on another person.
Far enough away where it's kind of on you, but you're in a large group.
Okay.
Alright, you're gathered in your tour, and you're brought through. You head to the... Are you staying in that room?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. You head to the Roman Britain in the Westing Gallery. You float in. There's only one person there. Sort of a short, stocky woman. Dark red hair. Just barely dressed nice enough for the occasion. Sort of a simple but elegant linen dress. Seems just to be absently looking at a few of the exhibits. Doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Do I know anything about what Gwenlyn looks like? No.
No description right there, man.
I know. I'm just gonna keep looking.
Fade into the wall and whisper through it.
I mean, I will do.
Don't say that stuff.
Yeah. Gwenlyn.
The woman turns and looks. eyes narrow.
What's your name? You're Gwendolyn.
What are you?
Right now I'm gonna go sway you. Is it uncomfortable?
You know, his extra bulky suit.
You're not even sure what happened, but in less than a blink of the eye, she's on you. Her hand through you.
Yeah, answer my question, you Gwendolyn.
Stupid to be here. And with this, you can hear some people starting to enter the room. This will be your tour guide. And then here in the Roman Britain exhibit, she just stares at you.
Maybe the next room over, and I step back to the wall.
I need that power.
You do that. She looks at you, and her eyes immediately go down to the dagger in your leg.
Next room over.
Like I said, eyes up here, lass.
Yeah. Your tour group is brought in, and you see the same woman who's in there. Looks like she just saw a ghost. Turns, sees, and the tour guide says, "Oh, sorry, Mom, were you with the other group?" No, I got ahead. Please continue.
Oh my god. How beautiful is this room?
It's so
They
beautiful. I
nothing
love it
like
so
this in
much.
the States. Oh my god. Go on, continue.
Y'all.
Tour guide continues, explaining step by step some of these exhibits and whatnot. You can see the woman in the white dress, still sort of fake tipsy on the one man's arm, but extremely alert, scanning the room, paying careful, close attention to every other person in this group. So you linger for a moment, this red-headed woman I described earlier, looks at each of you. And as you look around, you get your guide, and you start to gather for the next room. The rest of you meet me in the other room.
I think you might have shit.
You're a cowboy.
I know.
Oh, is there a party in the next room? I didn't know.
And,
Yeah, man.
she starts heading off.
I'm chilling. It's like the ghost would, you know.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, you go to
It's hard to be there.
you find an exhibit.
I know I can't find the right accent.
You just said the next room, right?
Just like whatever room would be through where I just
She just
walked
said the
through.
next room.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
the
what the
floor
next
plan.
room is.
I'm assuming she does.
Follow her. Let's follow the party.
I have champagne to spill though.
So you're led into the Victorian jewelry area. She enters, and after a moment, you see a ghost Alice come from behind an exhibit. This all of you.
Tommy, are you here?
Tommy. No, there's one more.
Fetch me.
Can you fetch him?
Yeah. I'll go through whatever walls I need to go through to get to the Roman
What's wrong?
Empire.
They're gonna notice we're gone.
Give me a wit stealth.
We'll play it up. We'll back to the boiler room.
Oof. That's a
So
willpower.
you want to take care of it now?
No, I don't want to blow our cover this early.
2.
Just scrape by. Okay, your ghost, and you can move the two things to hide. So moving, essentially, you're like going from exhibit to exhibit, like in them.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually,
I'm in a suit of armor at one point. I think that's a given.
get to the room where
One of
Tommy
us should
was.
go.
Tommy,
If it's
are you
none
in
of
here
us.
still?
How did?
At this moment, you're alone in here. The group had just passed through.
Meet us in the... We found her. Meet us in the Victorian jewelry room.
Right, have you found a way to get the hat?
We found Gwenly, that's what we got. You gotta go. She wants to talk to us.
What?
How about you explain that situation to Gwen?
And
Go ahead now.
Okay.
I have to bounce. I didn't say
love
that. I'm just picking up random things as I wander around the city at night.
We're part of a tour guide that had some very sensitive people in it, and I noticed that we're gone. So we need to take our leave before we blow this whole thing up.
I'll be right back.
Doesn't say anything.
We're here to get you out.
This, Alice comes through. You don't see Tommy, but Tommy comes through invisibly as you see these two start to exit out the other side.
Leaving.
You all glance around, make eye contact for a moment, glance one more time quickly. You all find yourselves
Yeah.
standing in a large stone building under construction. Ancient Roman architecture, not unlike some of the things you just seen in those rooms. It's a long, narrow building, with a large apse in the back of the building, the semicircle dome. It's nearly complete, and you all know that this is where the mural to Mithras will be built. Currently, they're completing a secret passage that leads below this room into the real temple below. An imposing man with an air of authority enters the building and looks around. The workers seem quite intimidated by him, but you all feel a warm disposition towards this Roman legionnaire-looking individual. You know him as Marcus Verus, child of Mithras. As he approaches you and speaks up in Latin, takes your minds a moment to translate before realizing you can speak it as well. I wish to see the underground. How goes construction thus far?
Good. Good?
Steady.
Glad to hear it. Let's see what's going on below there.
Yes, below.
You head towards where the secret area is being built. That below. Downstairs seems much rougher. There's frequent debris falling from the ceiling. You know it's already claimed quite a few workers. Given some reports, the Varus doesn't really seem too concerned about that. Though he looks and his more jovial demeanor sours for a moment.
I'm sorry.
Still having issues with this. What's being done to fix it?
What are we looking at?
Yeah.
The underground part, built almost like a cavern, but you can see it's not quite done yet, and there's problems with the construction that's causing frequent cave-ins.
And he's dressed like a Roman soldier, this guy?
No, he has the air of one. He's not. I mean, he's definitely in Roman. Yeah, I mean, not in like armor, but he's dressed in ancient Roman attire.
It looks to be a foundation issue, and I mean, we need the necessary manpower to make.
I guess so.
Y'all.
Y'all need Jesus down here.
Continue. Give me an intelligence academics
There you go.
or technology.
2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
One success.
Use that will.
Yeah, I got more willpower. So
We're gonna use willpower on our memories again?
I did it before. It worked out fine.
We love to do it. There you go.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you remember, you explained to him that you're building a vaulted ceiling design, and once the vault, that architecture is complete, it'll actually hold just fine. It's just getting there that's the problem. You explained to him the science behind the design and how once built there won't be any construction issues anymore, and the Mithraeum will be quite sturdy. Quite a tricking on the job.
I've been nursing this whole
Hey,
bottle
it's
all
Rome,
night.
baby.
3 Celsius deep.
He
in
seems
the
quite
ground.
pleased with this explanation. Now I trusted the right person for this. Come, let's have a prayer together. Sit down and be leading you in a prayer to Mithras. So you kneel down. You're in the same area you were just in, except now construction's complete. Though it's difficult to admire the architecture of this temple, as Mithras himself is radiating this blinding light from this large stone throne he sits on before you. You're lined up. You see Varus next to you. Mithras raises a palm. Step forward, my son. Varus approaches. You feel deeply disappointed. It was not you who was acknowledged. Mithras congratulates Varus on the completed construction of the Mithril. And Varus accepts most of the credit, but he does praise you on your dutiful oversight, your architectural prowess, and acknowledges your importance on the project. This Mithras' gaze falls upon you, which feels amazing. He gestures for you all to approach to kiss his ring. But you do so, and it feels ecstatic, better than even feeding. Basking in this sunlight without the usual panic that comes with it. You're dismissed and thanked. But as you go out, something urges you to stay. It takes all of your resolve to spy on your lord. But you know you bear no ill will. You simply just must know what happens to Varus. So you feign leaving, though you loop back around. You know this place better than anyone. You helped build it, hiding behind a mural to watch. You see Mithras. The light fades a bit, so you can actually see him better as the kindred he is. You see the red cap on his head. Varus kneels before him, and Mithras produces a similar looking cap. This one more plain than the one on his head with these sunburst designs. So my son, this I trust to you. Keep it well. If you must ever choose between saving yourself or the cap, choose the cap. Varus weeps red tears and thanks him for the honor, vows to keep it safe above everything else as he takes the cap. Mithras looks at him for a moment. Whom do you love more than me? Varus answers, no one, my lord. Mithras asks again, more direct this time. Even though he's not talking to you, you feel a chill in your bones. Whom do you love more than me? With this Varus, the bloody tears flowing even more now. Arcadius Augustus, my lord, I beg your forgiveness. You feel a swell of warmth as you hear your name, but also fear. Not for yourself as much as for Varus. Mithras answers, it's natural for a father to love his son above all others. So swear on your son you will keep the cap safe. He lays a comforting hand on Varus' head. I swear it. The light shines bright and brighter and brighter until you find yourself standing outside in the actual sun. You nearly panic for a moment, but realize you're fine. You let the warmth wash over you, and for the first time, perhaps your own lives, understand that Mithras' radiance is a poor substitute for the real thing. But you could feel the sun beating on your warm flesh. You feel your heart beating inside of you. You are kind. You're immortal. You gaze upon the Thraeum, once again in construction being built. But for a moment, you could see where it sits on this river. You could see modern London around it. You could see its location of where it would be now, with all the buildings and the river traffic and the updated bridge before it's back to this ancient stone building. You step into the building and you're plunged into darkness. There's no windows here. require torches to work under these dangerous conditions. You go downstairs and begin your work when the ceiling collapses on top of you. You lie trapped and crushed as other workers struggle to no avail to remove the rubble from you, and as you await death, the rock suddenly is lifted from you. You see Gwendolyn. Easily remove the large stone from your body. Toss it to the side. You see, she becomes a silhouette as there is a beam of sunlight suddenly falling on you as Mithras steps up from behind her. He kneels down to you, and you can feel your life fading, but it feels okay. So you served me well, and I promise your families will be taken care of. Go to the afterlife with honor. And he feeds from you, and you feel your life flow into the sun, a blissful final death. And the temple's complete again. In fact, it's already been completed for nearly 1,000 years. You're wearing hoods, each of you with a sickle at your side, a sign of your rank as Perseus of the Mithras cult. Rather high ranking. An important one that requires you to participate in the ceremony this evening. You instinctively activate the secret latch behind the great statue of Mithras laying the bowl, a passage leading underground where Mithras is waiting on his throne. The room smells heavily of blood, though there's none in sight. You do see a scowling Varus kneeling before the throne, kneeling before Mithras. Mithras looks at you, my daughter. Lord Varus serves me well, but I require him elsewhere for now. I've chosen you among my faithful to take his holy charge from him. He takes the cap from Varus and holds it out to you. And Varus manages to sneak just the slightest scowl towards you, but not daring to show his disapproval to Mithras. You feel great honor in this, but also fear, and maybe even a little bit of resentment. As Mithras is a god, but he's a conqueror to your homeland. Granted, he's a generous god, but gods don't require approval from their servants. They worship, the obedience. You're back in the museum. One man looking around hasn't noticed Tommy, watching the two of you sort of stop in your tracks for a moment, looking at the ghost, Alice. If you've got something to do, do it. I don't know if you are. An inkling of why you're here.
We do something to do to help you get out.
In exchange for what?
The cat.
What do you plan on doing with this cat?
Seeing if there's anything left of him.
Heralds. I served my god faithfully for years. I've seen him lift servants into the light, reduce his enemies to ashes. It's the sun's prerogative to use and destroy as it sees fit, as he did so with ease. My lord Mithras subjected you to a ceremony called the blooding. His divine blood, and not the most of his formidable servants, myself included, was mixed to create the perfect vessel. My lord filled this vessel with duty, loyalty, and an unquestioning drive to serve him. And, if the blooding happened to erase whatever soul the vessels previously held, well, it wasn't our place to question the sun, now was it? I think this is why maybe your minds aren't quite right. The rumors hold true. You all don't exist as a singular. You're merely a collection of shards, distilled by our God. And look at you, submitting to our Lord's divine right. He took your souls, but he places his own in these items. He's got you scurrying all about London collecting them. I thought them paranoid, overly precautious, but to prove genius, I guess. Now you're on your way. How many more you need?
This is the last.
Smart man.
However,
What the premonition he had. So this is how the god returns to us then. All hail Mithras. You're saying something, lady.
I believe, although we don't remember everything, each of us has maintained a part of ourselves. Something that drives us.
I'm sure there's bits and pieces of you's left.
Shall we get you out of here?
Yeah. Well,
So speaking about this, Henry. Speaking about Mithras, speaking of this ceremony, speaking about lost memories. You're remembering Mithras. Something that's sort of been vague to you for a little bit, but now you remember him in person after having just seen him in this memory that apparently wasn't your own. And you're in two minds about him, about these visits from Mithras. I mean, he's intelligent, he's a learned guest, even an insightful one, but explaining your work to him takes time away from actually doing your work. It's even worse when Roger de Camden is in attendance, because he always wants to impress Mithras, usually by extending the conversation to add even more detail and take even more of your time. Sure, he is pater. He wears the Death's Head mask, but you're confident in your understanding of the Shadowlands will soon surpass even his own. However, his monetary patronage and his power are better than you ever dreamed of, and each night your work takes great steps forward. So if your master wants to see what he's buying, it's only fair. But part of you can't help but wonder, should you be bothering deciphering what drives a mortal, when you could be inspecting what fuels a god? You see Mithras again, smiling at you, as the ritual was a success. You lift the Death's Head mask, and you smile back at him. Feeling a sense of pride as only you can show this sort of affection towards him, as you've always had a special place with him. You look, and you see the blood draining from the basin. You see the heralds in torpor. Explosions can be heard in the distance, growing louder and closer. The mortals and their wars you will endure. Your god, your lover Mithras will endure. The blooding is complete. Your contingency plan is in place. And you're back in the museum. So you'll want the cap, and you want to bring him back. You're sure it's a good idea? I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much you remember. I was pater once, highest ranking among the cult. I gave it up when I thought he died. I remember our ceremony, I remember you. I didn't think this day would actually come, though, to be quite honest.
But it has. We need that cap. And I'm sure you've been sick and tired of being stuck in this place. Let's help one each other out. You were once loyal to Mithras. You shall return again. Let us work together this night.
Yeah, and your granddaughter. Let's get you out of here.
I don't think she'd fare well under Mithras' rule. Anarch tendencies, that one. Mithras doesn't accept those who don't fall firmly in line.
I was surprised she agreed to help us, knowing what our plans were. But she must care
She's
about
good to
you
me. She
a great
does.
deal.
She's a smart girl, tough girl. A bit too tough for her own good.
Perhaps Mithras can show her the right way.
Perhaps.
Under their guidance. Anything's possible.
So you're seeing this through, and you've thought it through. You're falling in line, you're doing what you were built to do. Bring him back, and then what?
Quite well, yes.
But then what? You bring him back, and what's after that?
We restore order.
You know London ain't right now, yeah?
His order.
Yes, this all is happening because he wasn't in order. Put him back. Go back to the ways things used to run. London will rise.
Give me a charisma persuasion.
Fuck me, why am I talking?
I'll say you can add a dice. So Alice
Thank you.
popped in to help you there.
2 successes with a beautiful fail.
Pass it.
Is that really what you got?
Yep. 2 charisma plus the dice you gave me. I'm not persuasive.
I thought you were persuasion with street ones.
I was just talking just to talk. I wasn't trying to do anything.
You're good. 2 is not nothing.
You mentioned you can get me out of here. I'll give you the cap if you can do that.
So we agreed upon. Let's do that.
I'm gonna need my name off the list as well.
What list?
The red list.
Oh, yeah.
They think they killed the Prince of Bath. Which is Arcadius is doing. But he ain't around to take the blame.
You
So,
took it.
Aye. Obviously I can't talk to the Queen or I'll be locked up or worse. I hear you can.
Yeah.
We've made our lives with her.
Get me out of here. I'll keep the cap safe for you. Once you give me your word that I'm off the list, the cap's yours.
How have you been able to move around here without any problems?
No, I'm stuck here.
Just in this room?
In the museum. Not this room.
But the
Antigen.
Antigen.
There's
Oh,
Antigen
around
and she
here.
can't get into the sewers because other kindred down there, yeah?
What?
Underneath. In the underground.
About it?
You tried to get out that way.
There's sewer in the museum.
The boiler
The
room
boiler
leads
room.
into the...
Obviously I didn't fucking know that, did I? Right?
How
How
I'd
did
be
you
here.
not know
Let's
that?
not
There's
give
No,
a
I
whole
mean, it's
bang
it's
away
alright. We'll get it
before we
out.
get the
No need to
hats.
make a few. Let's go.
How did you know that?
Because we're
We
not
asked
in the
a lot
museum.
of questions outside of it.
You what?
We asked
We
a lot
did
of
a lot of
questions.
research to get in here to
Right.
talk to
Wasn't
you.
privy to that and stuck in here now, was I?
No, you want... Okay, let's not just keep stabbing at each other. We got one more thing to do before we leave here.
What have you got to do?
Get Antigen.
Make a statement.
You're gonna solve trouble.
Your grandchild wanted this.
As part of the deal to get in here.
Right.
Very high price, you and a little ruckus.
My price to resurrect a god? I think not. Look, get me out first, then do what you gotta do. I don't want to be here when they burn this place down with you in it.
You sure?
What's
Tommy and I are gonna get you out while they take care of that.
Sounds good.
Right? Is that still the plan?
Tommy's still laughing in the corner, invisible.
Tommy's still laughing, yeah.
I suppose
Yeah, I had a
that's
problem
fine.
with that. I look at whatever direction the laugh came from.
Can you get out on your own? Okay,
Take
do it.
We'll take care
We're
of
gonna
this.
leave.
Okay.
The ghost has gotten it under control.
Yeah, so I'll
We'll
explain.
move through the museum. She'll wait until the room the cat is between Taurus. She'll lean in, and you see it's like a little iris scanner. Scans her eye. Glass case opens. She takes the cap, sort of folds it in her hand. Alright, let's get going. Boiler room, you said?
Yeah.
Interesting. Alright.
start heading that way, just kind of stealthily stopping in each exhibit to try to get away down the stairs. And assuming Tommy's also coming?
No. Yes.
Yeah. You go.
He
She's
seemed like he'd be my help
careful
order.
to follow, making sure not to get caught by this person with the camera. She seems aware why she wasn't hanging out in that room in the first place. And make your way downstairs.
Yeah, whenever they leave, I would pipe up finally and be like, right, no, we're going.
Fucking hell.
Why aren't you?
You should be with her. She's with an
She's
elder.
the knife stuck in her leg. She's...
Right, you lot can't handle this.
No, but this one can. So, I made a friend the other night. He's indebted to me. I have 3 favors to ask. Perhaps I can possess your prey. You shall be agreeable to go wherever you want, to take care of what you
We
need.
want to take her with us.
Take her with us. We can do that. But
Right, but aren't we supposed to leave her here?
that's
With
what
a
I
statement.
thought. Wasn't a statement to kill her here.
Unless we make it more public.
What's more public than killing her at a public gala?
I guess we can leave her here. I mean, there are always more public places.
I mean, what's more public than killing her and then putting her on display?
Right, why don't you bring her here with your ghost friend? And I'll tear her entrails out. Leave them all over this.
What I'm saying though is I have 3 favors. This is probably going to be close to wiping all my favors out, and I gotta find a new fucking friend.
There's plenty of angry ghosts in London.
I never said the word
Places of
ghost.
hell.
Why are you assuming ghost?
And you want me to just take care of her then?
No.
Well then, do your thing.
What's your plan to take care of her? How would you take care of
I'm
her?
gonna cut her
I'll
head
wait
off.
for her to get straight away and snap her neck.
She has something in her
Tear her head
purse.
apart.
She has an earpiece. You'll cut it out.
Want me to say that?
Because there's more than there are us. We should
I
do
mean, my
this.
cover's blown.
We should do this as quietly as we can.
Well, how does the ghost possession work? Or the thing? Whatever thing the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
Well, how does it work?
spirit. I demanded to possess an individual to answer to you for whatever you want to do with it, and then take care of the body, and then the spirit will return back to me for probably one more thing.
Can it shake its escort? Remove?
If I tell it to, yeah.
Okay,
I
then.
don't see one. I just got this ability.
Right, and do it in Latin.
As good as.
Okay, you all prepped then.
Up to enough.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say each of you give me wits awareness.
Hut! I'm talking an American accent if anyone asked. Oh no.
1 success. Oh no.
2 successes.
Nice.
I'll use it.
Ew.
That's smart.
From the entrance you're at, you can hear someone approaching. You hear, yes, I hear him. And then
Right. I kind of just said, shh, and I start to move over there.
move over.
Towards the noise.
So you're sort of where an entrance is. They're coming from like the main hall into the entrance of the exhibit. You're already at the entrance. So you want to go out into the hall?
Right.
Well, I don't know
And I
where
hush
they
them.
went.
I hushed them.
You wanted to come in the next room and
That's
look
why
at things.
I want to go back to Missouri. This place sucks. It's always raining.
Well,
There's no corgis here. Why are there no corgis here?
Step out.
this isn't the Queen's Palace.
You see a man with a camera moving forward. You step out. He doesn't see you because you have the ghost thing. Ghost of the machine. So he just keeps looking through it. He keeps approaching. There's another man a few things behind him. He just sort of looks. Seems like he's more on lookout.
Smile for the camera, dear.
No, I
He's
don't.
not in yet. You don't see him. This is in the hallway.
I just feel
Don't
like
do
you're
anything.
being ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he goes. You can
Drunk
see he kind of
American.
looks and sort of shakes his camera again and looks. And mess with a couple settings, and just goes back. Doesn't seem to.
So it's just two guys, one of them with a camera.
One guy's approaching, seems that he's going to enter the room and check it out. One guy's a little bit down the hall. He's close to where the actual party is. So he's sort of at lookout to make sure if anyone else starts walking down that hall, he'll stop them. But he's pretty close to where other actual party goes.
The camera guy's the closer one?
Yes, the camera guy's the one actually checking it out.
Is there, other places nearby?
There's other exhibits and stuff, yeah. But you can tell, they keep people in the main area, and the tour guide will take some to go around the exhibits and then dump them back in the main area. So it's not like people just everywhere. But, yeah, waiting a moment, you can see he goes, and, well, unless you're going to stop him before he gets to the exhibit they're at.
No, I'm just going to stay near him.
Okay. Yeah, he goes, and, he looks and sees these two arguing, looks through his camera.
You always get too drunk at these things and you throw your money around
I
just
get
to
like
prove a
champagne, I want
point.
to drink
Can I
free
look over the
champagne.
shoulder? and
But it's just
see what-
about
That's different, you are not.
charity. You
That's
just
to
want
be
to...
all,
Infrared.
I have to spend money on you. No, this is free. Drink it.
I am, but I just want to represent the states as
But
we
you
should.
can see there's
and-
heat signatures on them, which you can do. She looks.
So toxic.
He's sort of studying it for a moment, like it's not quite
I've
right.
been wandering the streets at night.
These aren't.
I've been listening to
And then you
crazy
hear them.
Americans drunk.
And he looks. Oh, sorry to interrupt. He just turns and starts heading back.
Oh, wait. Do you know where the rest of our party went? Because we lost them because he was too drunk.
Oh, shut
and
up.
I don't
Back
know
in
where
the
they
main
are.
room.
Thank you, dear.
Wait, the
You're
tour's
welcome.
already over. Fuck.
Well, you had to come look in this room like an idiot.
Fats, you're in the boiler room. Are you exiting?
I would stay in that, like, whatever the back room was that we came in, but just wait and say,
Well, I'm going then.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got no reason to go or to stay if they're causing trouble. Stupid. Trum's never been the smartest, like I said. She's got a hot temper, eager for lots of you are talking to. But we should go.
you got a phone? No. Alright. Alright, I'll go with you then.
She sent one of our people in to let me know you were coming. I was expecting you, so phone's a good way for them to find me. Alright, to the tunnel cell.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go back. Rotten, the cover's not blown. Do your thing.
I'm kind of tossing my ring. Alright. Let's head back to the main room. Pull that. Alright, old sport. I need you to best ask somebody for
Right,
me.
where are you gonna bring her?
Can she send it to the bathroom or downstairs to the...
Past the boiler room. Nice and quiet down there.
Very
I'll be
true.
waiting.
Very true. Alright, old sport. The one in the white dress we saw earlier. Earpiece, everything. Just ask her. Get her away from the group. Meet us down in the boiler room. Bring nobody but yourself. And then, our deal's almost done.
Look forward to it. Alright. Feel this sinister entity pass through you. Are you all heading to the boiler room? Okay. I'll have you do the roll for it. Roll 7 dice.
Doesn't matter what.
He doesn't get hungry.
It's a ghost.
Come on.
He doesn't need a hunger.
One, two, three. Can I do a willpower?
He has willpower you can use.
Yeah, I'll burn one of his.
Sure.
So 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sounds good. Okay. Now roll 5 dice.
Okay.
Try to get a crit.
1, 2, 3, 4. Which is
Reroll the other ones. Is it a crit?
No.
no.
Okay.
This is
Oh, what?
4.
It's just 4.
Let's use a willpower. Roll this other 2.
You
It's
mean
just
other
another one.
Oh, is this one more?
It's
Oh,
four
that's
out of
right.
five.
This is 5.
Are any of them a crit?
No.
No.
Oh, so she couldn't. Okay. You're in the boiler room. We're waiting. We're waiting. Your footsteps. Very clumsy clacking of heels.
It's a ghost walking in heels. That's hilarious.
That's good.
Yeah. Eventually, you see the woman, in a white ruffled dress, trying to. Comes. Curtsies.
There you old sport. You look dashing tonight.
What now?
Well, hand me the guns, everything. Disarm her. Take her earpiece. Crush.
Your friend seemed quite suspicious. I didn't buy you much time.
Then let's make it quick. Do your thing.
Shower room across the hall.
Right, here's fine.
Right at our
I
exit.
just grab her, start twisting her neck.
Where are you gonna? You're just gonna snap her neck?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kill her right here.
Yeah,
Just
I mean-
go at it.
She's not resisting because she's not in control, and you're more than strong enough to do that. So you just take and just wrench, and there's just a snapping of tendons and bones as you just turn her head the opposite direction.
Right, and
The body goes limp.
I'll send a message. Start tearing at her insides.
Right at our exit. Buying
Yeah,
us no
you
time.
Dig in
Right.
easily, just through the pure force, power of your fingertips, just puncture into her stomach, get a hold of those entrails, and just rip them out.
I
I'm gonna
leave.
start going. Yep.
Yeah.
Next time I take care of it.
Right, and please, with more work, I'll leave too.
Okay. Yeah, you spread her all over this place. Then you make your exit. Down there, you would find. You would pass your friend again, who you would see waiting at the bars.
I only got a drop for you, babe.
That's all I need. Thank you, Mom. Take another hunger. And you meet them at the exit.
Careful. Might be a crowd. Get your feed.
I can take care of myself. Thank you, though. You've been a huge help. I'll slink into the shadows again. Alright. And with that.
I run.
Yeah. You at the exit you'd find your ghost friend and
Pick my
When
cord
we in.
bag up and start running.
Impressive. Expected a explosions or something.
Soon.
Well, I don't know what's being there.
Would you like a ride?
Contacted for the Moonrise? Is that where we're at?
What?
What hotel are we at?
Find Chun.
No.
Chun?
You found it once. You could do it again.
Oh,
Do it again with a different accent, so. She'll let me know when you're off the list. I'll give you a cop. Or
Do you want us to get you there?
no, I can handle myself just fine.
Well, enjoy freedom.
Right,
One of us.
we'll be seeing you.
Just your eye each of you for a moment. Alright.
Alright.
You sensed a little bit. You can sense that she was rousing the beast a little bit, rousing the blood. Going through her, but nothing's happening. Not yet.
He sets it right, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll take your leave then.
I will activate prowess then, I guess, in response. I'm good.
Okay.
And I'll kind of give the others a look, just a very concerned look.
I'll activate run terrified.
That's your prime move.
That's my
In these
favorite move.
tunnels.
Worked out so far.
Just looks. You can all sense the tension now a little bit.
So you're never
There's
gonna
this calm strength about her.
give us that hat, are you?
I'll be honest. Had a thought. You're collecting things of his. You got one right there. You got another here. You can easily pulp all of your heads like grapes. Be done with this whole thing. If there's nobody coming back. I'll tell you, he doesn't got much friends left. Not at all.
So we found.
Just you four, I assume. Anyone else you found?
He's not concern you. So
It
why
does concern me.
haven't you popped our heads off yet then?
Because I'm so curious. Mithras being back might not be the worst thing.
The city's a mess. Elysium's been hit. We need a change. We need a drastic one.
What are our actual odds? Like I said, is there anyone else you got on your side?
There are a
If I
few.
help you lot, is it just me and you guys?
The Queen helped us.
She's still on our side.
She took out the traitors. Or she had us take them out.
Queen's not on your side.
Queen's not on anyone's
She's
side but
playing
her
all her
own.
sides,
Be aware of that.
which is better than...
Grace is dead.
Yes.
Who else? Sri. Who's he?
America.
Ren.
Richard. You can help.
Sorry?
Which Richard Dwarf?
Richard.
Aye.
No.
Betrayal.
He is trying to kill us.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, him and,
Can I grab the
Players.
dagger off of you?
No. It's a ghost.
I don't know, that's what I'm seeing if I can grab the dagger.
Oh, I guess you... No.
Yes, Dad.
No?
It's not... I'm not really a ghost. Like, per se. Like, do you know what I mean?
There have
Yes, I know.
You have things... I don't know if you actually have one, but there's definitely oblivion things that could affect
That could be that. Okay.
there have been others
Who?
who have helped us.
Who stood around?
Yeah, it's Thomas. Oh, do you know Darius? Shirazi. There's like new blood. People who helped us focus up.
Darius, yes. He worked at the museum, actually. That's it.
And, what was that girl who helped us get out after we killed Valerius?
Was it a goo?
It seems like Petty Thomas has people here.
Mr. Thomas? Not familiar.
Do we know that he's Camden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Camden. To Camden.
Camden's still around.
Yeah. Not in London, but he's around. We're supposed to get in touch with him after we pull it off.
That's promising.
The issue is, I feel, there's lots of new blood, and the old blood never really believed to begin with. Antigen, crawling everywhere. They're going to be crawling this tunnel here in a second. I don't have time to wait around for people who might believe or used to believe but lost their faith. I have to act on what I remember, which is little, I admit. But I don't have time to wait around for anyone else to fix this. It's us or it's nobody. Antigen can run over the city, or we can stand and fight with the only things we have left.
And with the old, and with the new.
In with the old.
I don't know what the right order of it is, but I know what we have right now is absolute shite. And I apologize for my language, but that's what it is.
You've done well. Mithras will be happy with your lots if you actually do what you set out to do. Give me
I really meant that part,
a persuasion charisma.
and I'm very hungry.
Does she get any bonus from us speaking up?
No.
No.
To be straight.
Okay, that's fine. He got one earlier, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, I'll just shut up from now on.
No, you're okay.
No, I get it.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Shut up.
Huh?
It's all a lot of red.
She's alright.
Yeah, I'm very hungry, because you drugged everybody, and
Hey,
I fed our
You're the one
little
who told me to
fairy
drug him.
monster.
To be fair, you told me to drug him.
Not all of them. What?
You surgeon or anything?
I'm at 4.
No, don't.
Oh. Yeah.
That's really good, actually. 7, right?
What?
Wasn't that? Didn't she roll that one? I thought she rolled that one.
No, I don't think I rolled that one. I think I rolled this
I
one.
think it was 4.
So 4 successes. But like, I really meant it when I said it just now.
It
I
is
didn't
strong.
actually
It
try-
was like a good.
Like, I actually
Puts
meant
the
it.
cap in your hand. Mithras is coming back. It's not going to matter what list I'm on. Everything will be different. Camarilla, I was saying shit. Alright. Do what you set out to do. When you're ready to get in, let me know. I hope. Alright.
Much appreciated.
Mithras wasn't the best, but he's the best we got.
And the Heralds
If
will never...
anyone can restore to, like you said, it's him. It's about time for mix of the old and new, let's say. And he'll make sure that he remembers that I helped you.
The Heralds will never
course.
forget you and will speak your
As
praise.
did my grandchild.
Aye.
Alright.
She's the reason we got here.
I like her.
The loyal servants to Mithras.
And she's the mix of the new I think we might need.
Alright. Hail Mithras.
Yeah, Mithras.
That's where we'll end this section.
Fuck yeah. This is the best
Ooh.
ending we've
That
ever
was
had.
good.
In
Yeah,
any
a positive
chronicle
ending.
or anything, that's the best one.
So,
Last one.
we're getting down to it.
Session.
The final item collected. Bring back our boy, Mr. Sun himself.
boy.
The sun.
So yeah, we're gonna get to an after show, which I got all the last season on the after show now, so we got all the stuff up there. If you're a patron, that is.
Nice. I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
I like the after shows. We
You
talked
could have just
so
asked
well.
me to, but it's fine.
You
I-
live them.
I was pretty drunk.
You were drunk and I wasn't home, so
And he wasn't home. So and then I meant to unsub this month, didn't. So I got 40 emails about you uploading the videos. I'm like, hey, I'm glad I stayed around.
Anyway, we've got
Baby
stuff.
Beth.
We're coming down to the end of fall.
There's a lot
One
to be
game,
said.
Which is going to be fucking nuts, probably, because I guess we're bringing back a god.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, y'all. Anyway, we're going to talk about it for a second. This will be a boring after show because things went okay.
I got a lot to say.
Oh, okay. Well, someone's got a lot to say, so we're going to
Say
go
what
say
you
it.
need to say.
See you in our last few sessions. Bye.
Bye.